Because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Hi, look who we found. She's back. We're not one less. What did we say yesterday? We're down one saucist.
Saucist? It was yesterday?
Last week, whatever. I don't know what day it is. Yesterday's Saturday. The other one.
All good. I miss you guys.
We missed you too. Chat was going crazy. What did Disparu let them know what happened though? He played the clip. So everyone knew what you guys were doing. The girl driving, the Asian girl.
No.
Oh yeah, the Twitch woman. I had to contact some people and get live footage of X-Ray driving back from her visit though.
He's like a soundboard. He's got things already.
Yeah,
ready.
It's very interesting. Like you could see, you know this is X-Ray the moment you see it because here comes the car. Everything's all perfectly normal. I need to do a U-turn. There we go.
That's how she
nice.
picks me up.
Hey guys, hey.
Fine.
The gates were broken already when
it was like that when I
drove through them.
She barely touched them.
I think I improved that neighborhood.
This is the epitome of I turn left now. Everyone, good luck, everybody.
The GPS told me to U-turn, so I U-turned. God dang it!
Yeah,
don't you all listen to the GPS?
She has one of those self-driving cars, so it really wasn't her fault.
When GPSs first came around, so they were new, they didn't have all the roads and stuff, and they couldn't detect like depth. So people would be on a bridge, and it goes turn right, and people were driving off bridges.
No.
Yeah, they were driving onto so roads would be going under. They drive onto oncoming traffic. It's like turn right. It's like, well, okay, you know best.
Oh, that's bad.
That's terrifying.
That's
you cannot give people an authority voice to do so. They will just do it. Like when AI comes into everything, people will just do what they're told.
Remember the game Simon Says?
Mm-hmm.
Know how hard it is to not do the thing after, like, they don't say Simon Says?
Oh, there's been loads of studies on this. There was Milgrams, which people would murder somebody just because you told them to when you're in a lab coat. If you've got a yellow jacket on, there are studies which have proven you could just walk up to someone in the street and say, do this, and they'll do it because you've got a yellow jacket on, so you look official. People just do what authorities tell them.
Dang. That's why some people yell the loudest they can, I suppose. That is insane. I don't know if I'd drive off a bridge, but I do have to say the self-driving cars are really nice to sit in.
I've never been in one.
So far, that I could tell. Yeah.
Super safe.
I would say I drove, but did I really drive a Tesla last week? And that was really fun.
I've driven a Tesla. They're very they're comfortable.
They're very comfortable. It's so weird the braking system though that they have.
It was really funny for me, like to figure out how to open the door at first. I'm like, oh.
I know. I was like,
how do you get in here?
Wait, Discord, have you ever seen a Tesla door?
I've been at all the Ubers in Vegas and stuff. Nearly all of them.
Okay. Did you struggle the first time?
I knew what the door handle was like. I think I still struggled a bit. But I'd seen them on YouTube videos and stuff, so I knew roughly how to open them, but I wasn't quite sure. I just like prodded at it until it worked. I knew we had to push it.
Yeah.
Let me
in. I always two-hand it. I find it weird to do it by one hand.
Yeah, I always two-hand it. Yeah, you push it on the left and pull.
And then but you're supposed to be able to just like push with your thumb and then like I don't know.
I don't know about that. The weirdest one, there was a car that was over there that opened with a button that was like up by the window. That was really strange. To press the unlock somewhere up here somewhere. It was bizarre.
Huh. It was a little weird. Real quick, Schick is reporting back to us this Peru. Soup spoons balance better than teaspoons on the nose. Thanks for the
Wait,
report.
what?
Like,
I
out
think
of
that
nowhere,
kinda makes sense.
last week, Chick
They're
super chat
deeper
and
and
asked if we ever
wider,
balanced a spoon on our nose, and we're like, "What are you talking about, Chick?"
Like,
So,
Yeah,
what way? Like this way or like
probably
this
like
way?
dangling a
No, with the spoon on.
like
Yeah. Oh, yes, but I suppose because it's deeper, it's
he's like,
easier.
"Oh yeah, that makes more sense." Chick can do it apparently.
Do you have like a big nose, Chick?
Report back.
Well,
Got
I mean,
another report.
she needs a soup spoon, or he needs a soup spoon.
I need like a teaspoon because my nose
I mean,
is so
a
small.
soup spoon is massive. Oh.
Yeah, the soup spoon would just be on my whole face.
He disappears.
My face is flat. Okay, that was a joke. Dang it!
We have very intellectual conversations here on Saucy.
This is what you get for soup spoon on her noses.
Oh my gosh.
I can increase the intellectualism if you want.
Yeah,
There was a
okay.
very interesting article from the Wall Street Journal. Now, obviously, Wall Street Journal, very professional,
You know what?
business-like.
It's not as good as the Independent UK.
Well, this is a serious article for serious people, all right? So,
Me and X-Ray
Yeah.
should leave? No.
sweating in elite new supersized saunas produces a unique sort of connection. Welcome to the new networking space. I'm just like, is this a Tinder article that you
I was
put
just gonna
on
say,
the Wall
is this like a
Street
dating
Journal?
thing? Like, you want to go sit in the sauna together and sweat?
I'm pretty sure this is I've got news for you. Like, I
mean,
do
it
my
looks
best
gay.
work in the sauna. I'm telling you. Like, you won't do a business deal until you've sweated with a man.
I
It's
think
like,
like I thought I read an article at some point where that's where like a lot of gay people meet up to like do
sauna?
dirty things.
I
Yeah.
mean, that is the way it's describing it, so that makes sense.
So I mean, networking. Okay. I see what you're doing, Wall Street Journal.
I don't know,
It's
Donna.
a new, unique
know.
sort of. It's a new, unique sort of connection.
Huh.
Generally from behind.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, Ian took it a step further. Soaping up boss's back creates a unique connection.
It's a good way to
Ian,
get a promotion, though, isn't
Is that how you interview? You soap up your boxes?
it?
Or are you the boss and you're getting your back soaped? I mean, either way.
Oh,
In
no.
Scotland, it's actually steaming alcohol.
Yeah. Oh, I met your boyfriend in person, Ian. I hope you're very proud. It's Monkey.
Hmm?
Yeah, Ian's boyfriend is Monkey.
Oh. I'm happy for you,
Yeah.
Ian. Speaking of gay,
Uh-huh.
I mean, Pedro's on the cover of this article. So,
Oh
all right.
gosh.
Anyways, the Mandalorian and Grogu, I can talk.
Grogu.
Grogu trailer was supposed to be released yesterday. It was delayed to a later date due to Jimmy Kimmel's suspension. Why? Why was it delayed?
Sorry, we were losing too much money and didn't want to have the trailer drop too close to us losing money, so we're gonna drop it later.
They are making money. As long as they keep Jimmy Kimmel off the airwaves, they're making money with every show that doesn't exist.
Yeah, listen, we'll pull up more Jimmy Kimmel stuff in 1 second, but this is the truth. Like, it's like my opinion, but okay. So I think that they used this situation as an excuse. First off, his joke wasn't even funny. Like, even if it was made about like the
Wait,
left,
it wasn't a joke. It was
wasn't
just
a joke. It was
lie.
him. It was him just pushing a lie. Exactly. So there's that. Everyone's like, it's satire. People were like, comedy's in trouble. I saw some like lefties saying that. And I was like, what do you mean comedy's in trouble? Like, it's
Satire
not a
of
joke.
what?
Exactly. Like, he's getting someone's commented on my like cancel culture reel that I had up about like he's getting fired for satire. And I'm like, where? Show me where and I'll agree with you. But yeah, he was just pushing a lie. You know, we know the narrative that they like to push. But anyways, so not a funny joke. And his ratings have been down. And his contract was up next year. So they're just using this as an excuse to kick him to the curb sooner because he's not really making them any money.
They're saving money.
The sponsors and affiliates came out and said we couldn't sell advertising on his platform anyway. Like this was basically the last straw that we had because he's always been losing money. It became more and more difficult to actually sell because he had 129,000 viewers in the 18 to 49, which is you'd assume most people. It's like no. nearly all of his audience was over 50. They were just boomers that he was ranting to because they had no idea what they'd fallen asleep at the TV, and that was his audience kind of thing.
Oof.
All the TVs that are at business places and them watching it, maybe.
And it's the 18 to 49 that the advertisers pay you for. That's the main bulk of the money. So if you don't have the key demographic, not very profitable. But when it comes to Mandalorian and Grogu, I think it really shows they're not confident in that trailer or the excitement for it if it can actually get overwhelmed by Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
So, well, actually, this is less news than a guy nobody watches getting suspended for a week.
Yeah, it's... So where's this? Hold on. Go ahead. Were you going to say something, actually? Sorry.
I was going to say, well, like looking at how The Mandalorian has come from in season 1 to just less and less and less viewers as the seasons pass. And it's quite interesting how people who don't have any business sense keeps putting money on projects that just lose money. And that makes no sense whatsoever. So they're going to make a movie now, spend even more money on less airtime.
Yeah, maybe they're thinking like we're gonna ride on the Pedro Pascal hype, which to be fair, Gen Z loves him, but it's also people.
I don't think Gen Z do. I think this is a few women online that have just keep getting talked about all the time. I don't think he's massively popular. Otherwise, Fantastic Four would have done well.
Yeah, that's a fair point. It didn't.
Customer, they're not the paying customer.
Superman did better, right? Superman had made more money than Fantastic Four, right?
Oh, a lot more. Yeah, I think Fantastic Four made a bit more than Brave New World. And
well,
that didn't do very well.
I was like, what does that even mean? We made a bit more than Brave New World. I'm kidding.
That's really sad.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, this whole like they're being so dramatic about it. Like his contract was up next year, and they weren't gonna redo it, right? He was done. But then this this drama. Stephen Colbert declares tonight we are all Jimmy Kimmel and solemn show dedicated to canned late night host. Okay, your show got canceled too, bro. What do you like? You guys can go like hang out together now. Like, I don't know.
And neither of them are funny anymore. That is a targeted comment because at first people were going, we're all Charlie Kirk.
We are Charlie Kirk. Yeah, I know. Absolutely.
He was literally just taking the comment. But what is weird about about Carlsberg's defense was he didn't really talk about the comment. He just played it and then went, that's it? That's what you got him for? That's just Jimmy Kimmel being Jimmy Kimmel. It's like, yeah, but that's not you're just going, yeah, he always lies about things. Why are you bothered this time?
That's what our side always does. What do you mean? We're used to it. You should be used to it too. But no, Jimmy Kimmel, I've said this a couple of times, but it's true. I mean, I didn't really grow up watching The Man Show or anything. I was young when it was out, but I've seen clips and everything. And that was probably the last time Jimmy Kimmel was considered funny. But most people agree that he was riding Adam Carolla's coattails during that too. So it's like, was he ever really funny? No. And Stephen Colbert, I remember people really enjoyed him when he was on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. But then like after that, I think he slowly people still liked him, but definitely in later times, besides, people on the left, they just weren't really into his comedy anymore.
But they're not, it's not comedy they do, and I don't think that's even why they're employed. I do think they're just there to tell the hordes, this is what we all think this week. Mm-hmm. And so that's what that was about Charlie Kirk was, oh no, actually, they're just denying he's one of them. That was the defense of, if anyone has a problem with you and Charlie Kirk, you just go, no, actually, he was one of you.
Yeah, which was a lie too. It's like, no, it's okay. But they do that. They just push the lies, and it's like...
No, Jimmy Kimmel has come out and said, because, well, the reason why he got fired, it was the sponsors, people were pulling out, but Disney just wanted him to apologize, and they would have kept him on. I'm actually really confused about why Disney are making such a big effort to get him back, because all the articles no, they're in negotiations. I wouldn't care. No. But Disney were willing to let him apologize and stay on, but he wanted to double down. That's what got him suspended. And a source at Disney has essentially said, we really like Kimmel, but if he came out and said that monologue, there was no going back for him. So it almost seems like they were trying to protect him from himself, that whatever he'd written was so out of the pale, pissed so many people off, they could no longer protect him and would have to actually fire him. And it seems from the negotiations, he's like, I'm not going to apologize. I'm going to say my monologue. That's my, what I need to do to get back. And the monologue from the articles and the sources inside have essentially said he was going to say that MAGA were manipulating what he said. He never said that he was MAGA. And you're just using it for political points. You're twisting what I said. Like,
But we literally seen him say it.
It's a factual statement. It's not like he went, well, maybe, or if, or I think. He left no caveats in it at all. He just said, he's one of you. I don't know. I actually genuinely want to see his monologue because I don't know how he can possibly spin it. It's that weird.
You know what? In his head, he said what he thought he said, and then he just has deluded himself into thinking he didn't say it at this point.
In his head, you know, the MAGAs, which I still find that so hilarious. Like it's like they use it as like a pronoun, the MAGA crowd. It's just so funny to me. Twisted it in his head, so that's what he's sticking with because they lie so much that they start to believe it.
Look at the lady that did the thoughts and prayers video.
Oh yeah,
she's like,
she's
"Thoughts
faced
and prayers."
consequences.
Yeah, so her apology video or whatever, it's not even an apology.
It's a doubling down video.
Yeah, it's a doubling down. And so she posted a video today saying like she meant like she was giving thoughts and prayers like a positive. But the thing is, when you're laughing and smiling and looking demonic and saying like this guy has no empathy, thoughts and prayers to him, and kind of being comedic about it, are you really being sympathetic or empathetic towards a person dying?
Well, the thing about the response why it was doubling down is because she said, no, I was just doing what he did. And they go, and you come to my home, you come to my business, you threat, my neighbor was going to do that. And she starts really getting arsy about it. Like, this isn't an apology. This is you trying to take the moral high ground and shame the people that were holding you accountable.
And that's the thing is, she's like, Charlie that should have the consequences to the language he said. But yet, for some reason, you think posting a video that is non-empathetic about a person dying, you're like absolved of that?
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm saying what she's getting with the extreme like death threats and whatnot, that sort of stuff. I don't condone that, but this is also the consequences to what happens to your actions that you post out there. You do not need to put that out there. You choose to put that out there, and guess what? Actions have reactions, and this is it.
Yeah, you don't condone violence towards someone whose opinion you disagree with. Crazy. The left doesn't think like that. They think if you disagree with them, you deserve to die.
There is a point where you do something, you get response, and you're supposed to look at that response and go, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Maybe I am in the wrong. And she just said, double down. Like, absolutely no self-awareness. Like, no, the response. And they do this a lot. They treat the response as if that's the action. So they treat it as if you've attacked them. It's like, no, they're responding to what you did. You were the initiator here. But they're always like it just came out of no. I was just walking along and 1,500 people started review bombing my husband's business for no reason whatsoever. And her thinking she can take the moral high ground and shame people, yeah, that doesn't work. That only works on people who think they've done something wrong in the first place. It actually works on nice people who think they could be in the wrong.
Yeah.
People at the moment are past that. They know who they're dealing with.
Well, and that's the thing is like her video is the first action, then the reaction, then the reaction. So
yeah.
You did not need to do that. If she wanted to have those conversations, have them in private. Okay. If you really wanted to, but I don't think putting that out there, especially with something so divisive. And then she in the video, she even said like,
should we pull it up? You sent it, right?
Sure.
Okay.
I think that would give good context to this because
it's the first one.
It's the first one, the 1.1 mil.
Because I don't.
It's because I think their entire morality is just what everyone in their friend group thinks. So to them, it's like, well, all my friends agree with me. Therefore, you must be evil because you disagree with the consensus that I've got in my echo chamber.
Oh yeah,
so
like
she put it out knowing that everyone would be on her side, and then found out there's another side, and she just sees them as the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And then she actually, so I looked for the first initial video, which we've all seen. It's actually taken down, and I don't know if TikTok took it down or if she took it down. And if she took it down, she obviously has something to be ashamed of.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And if it was TikTok, she could make a video like, hey, listen, they took it down. But she didn't do that because she probably is the one that took it down. So all right, this was a day ago. All right.
10th, when Charlie Kirk was shot, I posted a video offering him the same thoughts and prayers that he offered after every child was senselessly gunned down while at school.
Okay, now firstly with that,
well, that's very untrue.
People do say thoughts and prayers to that kind of thing, but he was a Christian, so to a Christian, saying I will keep you in my thoughts and prayers is a good thing, because you're saying I will send what I think about you to God, who can help you. She's only seeing it from essentially the separate atheistic point of view, where she's going, God doesn't exist, it's pointless, it's a waste of time, how dare you. And
the thing is, like, I've been looking even more into like Charlie's videos that I haven't seen before, but now have, like, on school shootings. He's covered that. People say like, oh, Republicans, this is the only school shooting they cared about. It's like, shut up, we care about school shootings. Like, these kids were just killed while they were praying. Like, you guys know I'm a Christian. You don't have to be a Christian to be sad that kids were killed. But I'm just saying, like, and that's another reason why, you know, some Christians, like you just said, we're gonna say it. But when they do say thoughts and prayers, it's not like, oh, thoughts and prayers, like an empty statement. It's not like they really mean it. They mean it. So,
yes. And you should take it in the intention. So you should take it in the intention that they mean it, rather than
not what you think
just
it
from
is.
your perspective, if you happen to be an atheist.
Yeah, there was another video that he did, and I'll just like wrap this part up real quick, where he was talking about to somebody who was like, you know, arguing with him about the gun like control and everything, and he's like, how come like when you go to the airport there's security everywhere, they're all armed, and he's just naming all these places where they're armed, and he's like, why not at schools to prevent school shootings? And people might disagree with me on this, but I don't disagree with him on that, where he's like, you know, we're protecting this and this and this, how come we're not protecting our kids? So he was very vocal about this stuff. So like, she's just, these people, they don't want to do research. Like I've had people come into my chat like, oh, he was a racist and this and that. He absolutely was not. He actually
clips out of context. It's really
out of context. Like he didn't see people. He was a Christian, so he's just looked at everybody as God's children. He didn't look at race, which is a beautiful thing, I think. So he's like, how is he a racist if he doesn't even see color when he's looking at somebody? And they get mad about that. But the chat is roasting her right now. She does have a really big
if you think it's bad now, you see what's coming.
Well, and you should see some of her older videos when she's like talking about like politics. Ugh. We won't. I don't think we will watch those.
Was known on Charlie. I posted a follow-up video expressing why I felt the way I did, and even ended with, I hope Charlie Kirk makes a full recovery and goes on to become a gun violence advocate. Since if you have watched any of the videos on my page, you would know I stand firmly on not being violent, and that violence is not the way we are going to fix things.
Okay, so to explain that comment, I've seen that on other YouTube videos that I looked up to see what their reaction would be. And they said that their reaction when they heard he got shot was one of pleasure, because they thought that if they assumed he would survive. They said if he got shot and survived, that would make him realize that guns were bad and they should be banned. So they genuinely thought that this would be like an awakening moment for him, and he would join their side, because everyone is wrong until they get faced with the consequences, and then they'll realize that actually they're correct.
Yeah, their side is stupid though, because the one argument that I will always push towards it is like, you think if they did gun control that criminals are gonna be like, oh no, this is illegal now, better bring it in.
Yeah. It's always been a case of. It's always been a case of. Look, if you do something and the consequences of your actions are wrong once, then okay, that's a mistake. If you have policies which always lead to the most pain, suffering, and death with 100% unerring certainty, it's deliberate. And remember, these are the people that don't think people should be in prison, they shouldn't be punished. Like, it's not just one policy. It is just let evil people get away with evil is the policy.
Exactly. And this is a big reason here why I don't have TikTok. I don't have time for this.
Me neither, but this video I really wanted to watch.
Oh yeah, no, it's I get why people are on TikTok, but I left a while ago because I'm like,
2 videos. My life has been completely turned upside down, and I have been thrown into what I can only explain as literal
consequences.
hell. First, my address was leaked, and then all of my family's personal information followed.
See that I don't agree with that.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that has happened to her, the extreme stuff, I don't agree with.
No, not at all. That's pushing, that's crossing a line.
My boyfriend's company, again, I said he's my boyfriend, he is not my husband, that has absolutely nothing to do with TikTok, with my TikTok account, or social media, or politics in general, has been defamed and slandered. Calls and negative reviews started pouring in by the thousands. Someone showed up to his company, entered his private office, and verbally assaulted him. My child and my family's life.
They insulted him, not assaulted him.
She's reading a script.
That is an important distinction in that.
She's reading off a script and doesn't even have it right. Oh my god.
Now I'm thinking about assaulted.
Oh, no.
And the saunas now.
Yeah, so like my point is like I don't want any physical violence towards her because again, when I disagree with someone, I don't think they deserve to be physically hurt. But if you're gonna go online and say stupid stuff like that,
get ready for the online hate.
Yeah.
One thing she means when she says like all the people related to her got their information done.
Assaulted him with words. Sorry.
Part of that was because they were contacting employers and being like, do you agree with these statements? Which, yes, the most common argument is, well, the left did that, they got people cancelled. This is a bit different, though, in the fact that you are celebrating somebody getting shot. You are celebrating violence. And that genuinely does mean that people in your workplace are in danger of you because you think that violence is an acceptable response to political disagreement. So I think it is justifiable to contact workplaces and be like, this person could be a danger to your staff. Yeah, this is what they're saying. This is what they think should happen if one of your people happen to be Republican.
I agree with, well, not that part, but I mean, like, okay, so I've covered this before and even like put like a reel out there about it. But so like a call to action or condoning violence is not freedom of speech. You're like
inciting violence.
Yes, inciting violence. Mockery is freedom of speech. This is why we have
separate laws.
Yeah. And so these people, me and Bar were talking about, it's like, we gotta explain it to people like kindergartners that don't understand.
Because there's so many videos of people who don't even know the word racist, bigot, fascist.
Yeah. Well, that's the biggest way I forgot who it was, but I wish I could have saved it. I think somebody shared it from TikTok though on X, or Instagram, so I couldn't save it like on their story. But this guy said it so great. He's like, the best way to turn a whole group of people, especially people that don't have the mindset and they have a low IQ and they don't just want to go look into anything, just say this person's a racist, and then in droves you will get people just like, yeah, what, this person's evil, they're a racist, but will they look into it? No. And that's like, we know that's pretty much it is just one side that does that, and that's what they're doing with Charlie, even though there's so many videos out there showing that he's absolutely was not any of these things these people are saying. But they don't get the difference between, they're like, oh my gosh, conservative cancel culture. I'm like, what?
No.
That's not a thing.
Incitement isn't free speech because it's not speech, it's an action. If you say, I am going to do something, you are talking about an action that you're about to do. So it's no longer speech, you're just informing the person, I'm about to do something. If you incite someone, you are telling somebody else to do an action, which means also this is an order, this is a command. It's not speech. It's an instruction.
Yeah. It's that hive mentality, right? But what they're doing is when they're sitting here and they're celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, they're showing that they are okay with political violence. So even if someone's employer disagrees, didn't like Charlie, whatever, they see these people publicly celebrating and it's like, uh-oh, because now what happens, they come into the office and they disagree with somebody and they may physically hurt them or worse. So that's why they're getting fired. That's something you got to talk to them like kindergartners. Like, that's why you're getting in trouble, sweetie. Maybe don't be stupid like that. There's a difference between that or making some joke that hurt your feelings. Like, we've seen so many people get canceled on the right side just because they said something for jokes. Yep. Or like I use Shane Gillis as a big example. Everyone's up in arms about Jimmy Kimmel. Shane Gillis is actually funny. He said a joke and was, before he even got to step foot on the Saturday Night Live stage, was fired. And they knew it was wrong because he eventually has come back, and those have been some of the best episodes in the past few years that he's been on because he's talented and he's actually funny. But he said a joke and oh no, he hurt everyone's feelings and he got fired for it. But it was one of the best things. Yeah, it was one of the best things that happened to him because he started his own sketch comedy show and he blew up on the internet. Now he's got podcasts and stuff and he's doing great. But Jimmy Kimmel doesn't tell a joke and decides, I'm going to spread this lie during this like horrible time. And again, they're using it as an excuse to get rid of him because
Well, before he said that, the state had come out and said what the motives of the shooter was. So he was going against the legitimate official story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now there was another video I had watched of hers.
Oh,
and
we're
this
not
is
watching that one.
no. But she had said something about like
I don't wanna
Trump
look at her
and his
anymore.
cabinet and something about knowing.
Just
I
because
hope
she goes off and starts singing the moral high ground.
I hope they know no peace. Now that's not a phrase that I use often or at all. And
was it Rachel
pull it back
Zegler
up.
that used that one?
it might have been, but
I think Rachel Zegler said that about anyone that voted for Trump.
She did.
they and the thing is, when I think of no peace, I don't necessarily think violence and just bad things happening to them all the time. So the gravity of that, I'm not sure what she believes it
Yeah,
is,
back
but
up.
the fact that she says things like that, and she has said it before, I think she wouldn't be, upset if a lot of his cabinet got hurt and couldn't come back to work.
The never know peace in the left wing context generally means, because I think like politicians have said and stuff, is essentially wherever you go, whenever you meet left wing people, they always surround you, they harass you, they constantly make your life a living hell. You go into a restaurant, they start protesting that you need to get kicked out of the restaurant. Like wherever you go, they will cause trouble for you.
Harassment is technically illegal too.
Yeah,
right?
but isn't
Yeah.
like harassment things like where it has to be done multiple times by the same person? Their thing
Yeah,
is more like a distributed system where wherever you go in the country, the moment you get recognized, everyone starts protesting. So you can't go into any business, essentially.
I still don't
Yes.
like that statement then.
Yeah.
But I'll finish this. I think this is where we were.
My child and my family's lives have been threatened thousands of times. I have received text messages and emails saying I should be raped and murdered, and that people are coming to my house, say my address, and then say they are coming to spray it with bullets. MAGA protesters have shown up to my house, driven through my private neighborhood, sent me hate mail, left notes on my boyfriend's office, and my own neighbor has offered to share my whereabouts with the internet. Yes, you heard that correctly. My neighbor has offered to share my whereabouts with the internet. We have been traumatized.
Kind of shows you how she treats her neighbor, right?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, her neighbor can't stand her, apparently.
Yeah.
She's probably
What have you
Karen.
done to your neighbor that they're so willing? The first opportunity they get, they're like, "Oh, me."
This way, I'm gonna get one of those neon signs from that Asian guy.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
buy
gosh,
spotlights
Tony!
to put around the house.
Man, I love Tony. We haven't seen a video from him in a while. He's got to do some new. We need some Tony
He's
in this
too
world right now.
busy.
He's
All
too
those
busy.
ads worked.
They did.
All because I said Charlie Kirk, who did not believe in empathy himself.
He did.
Lies?
You know what? We'll pull that up in a minute because I actually put that. It actually kind of blew up on Twitter, which I'm glad. I just posted it just because. And there's
Show
people.
empathy.
Well, since she just said that, hold on a second. Let me.
Or like,
let me
as
pull
was
it up.
responded
Pause
whenever
it
you
for a
post this
second.
video. Always commented whenever you post this video. Thoughts and prayers, Megan. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry you're going through that. Thoughts and prayers.
So I just feel like doing this real quick because I put this on X and I was actually very happy with how. It's not that it went viral, but I seen people putting it like in threads, like schooling them, like, no, this is what he actually said. Shut up. And I seen people like, wait a minute. So that's not actually what he said. So I educated a few people with this. You're welcome. So it says, if you're going to use his quote, use all of it. I can't stand the word empathy. I think empathy is a made up new age term and it does a lot of damage. They were cutting it off there. He said sympathy is a better word because empathy means you are actually feeling what another person felt and no one can feel what another person feels. I get what he's saying with that.
No,
and
this isn't actually.
He said
true, though.
more. He said more, but this was
but
like
you do feel what other people feel. You have mirror neurons in your brain which read facial expressions and they reproduce the emotion that you're reading off the facial expression in your brain, complete with chemicals. So when you feel like you do genuinely feel the emotion of the person sitting in front.
So yeah, I'm not saying I fully agree with that, but I get what he's saying here because it gets used and taken out of context. People they'll be like, "Oh, I'm empathetic," and it's like, yeah, so is everybody.
Yeah.
Like
I
people
agree.
use it as like you know what I mean? Like he's saying sympathy's better because
it is.
Some people.
Oh, this is the point. The last part
point,
is
yeah.
the last part is scientifically wrong, but empathy is a horrible thing because it's the first thing that gets abused because
Yeah.
it literally goes into your brain and makes you put yourself in their shoes, which isn't a good thing. You shouldn't be in the shoes of a murderer. You shouldn't want to feel how a murderer does
Exactly.
when he's on the stage about to be punished for his actions. It's very easily manipulated, and sympathy is that because sympathy is more it's an abstract, removed feeling. You're not putting yourself in his position. You shouldn't. You're not like him. You should judge somebody by like objective morality, essentially, so that way you can dish out justice.
I think empathy and sympathy, it depends on where you use it. That would be very like helpful. Like something that I learned in school was a lot of empathy towards like patients and their families. And I think that's a better use of empathy versus like in the real world for someone who you don't see in person. And I think that empathy can be useful in the right settings. That way you care for a patient's family a bit more effectively. And so maybe out in the hospital world that works better than
I could see that. Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
Okay.
But like the whole reason I shared that was like, not that I have to 100% agree with him. I do to certain extents there with that, but it's just because what they were doing was just completely removing the bottom. And like, he had no empathy. He didn't care. So why should I care about him? It's like, well, share the whole quote.
And nobody likes it when you remove the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she said. Sorry.
I was like, how long is it like acceptable to wait before I make the joke given the context?
No, that wasn't. Listen, that was an okay joke. That wasn't like you laughing at what happened. You just
it was like if I wait 3 seconds,
joke.
maybe it's okay.
It's like 1, 2, 3, gotta do it. I gotta do it. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
We're not making fun of the event. We're making fun of our own words.
Yeah.
But quotes in context, everything in context. And I mean, I've totally been a person who watches the clip and I get enraged and whatnot. So, you try to not have that happen. Research what you can, and clearly most people aren't doing that.
They're not. And it's crazy to me because I don't know if this was the case for you guys growing up in school, but my teachers always taught me critical thinking and to question everything. And they don't do that anymore.
They don't teach that anymore. No,
not at all anymore.
It's all
all
memory by rote.
That.
I say something as an authority figure, you believe me, you repeat it. It is training you to be a drone. And it's essentially training you to be like them, because nowadays the teachers are exactly that. They're just social consensus machines, which is why, I don't know if you paid attention to people getting fired. Hell of a lot of teachers. Like way more than everyone else.
Oh yeah, there was one teacher who I don't know if they even released where it was, but tweeted or put something online celebrating Charlie's murder, and the teenagers, which I'm like, based teenagers, were the ones that went to get him fired. It was a gay guy, apparently. Shocking. But they went to get him fired. And I guess he got put on paid leave, which is not that really, it's not a win, but if he gets fired, yeah. Because a lot of the younger generation, like Charlie, really like influenced them, which is good because he's teaching them to think for themselves and beyond a lot of other things that he taught. But it just shows that his influence is still there, because there's all these young kids that are just saying no, like they've had enough. So then that's a great thing. That's one light that we can see in this situation, is that there's still kids learning from him.
Oh, also,
did you want to finish this video, or was that everything?
I mean, we can, but I have to say, like, I wasn't a fan of Charlie Kirk, not because of him per se, but just the stuff I liked watching. And I love the clips of him that just dealing with people who are of the quote other side. And a lot of it's just questions, or some of my favorites are like the whatever podcast clips.
Oh, I know that one where they're like, "You're the nicest one that's ever," like, they're like.
But just before you play the video on the subject of teachers, yesterday an ABC building got shot up in a drive-by after Jimmy Kimmel got suspended. His name was published over the last 24 hours, and it's not been confirmed that this is accurate. Pinch of salt, all that kind of stuff. But when people look around, that name matches a guy that was also part of an affiliate of the American Federation of Teachers, 64-year-old.
Dang.
That does seem to be something with teachers with all of this, that they are just essentially the first people to dive on all this stuff. I remember that during some riots, there was a guy hit a guy with a bike lock over his head. Teacher. Like, it's regular.
Right, the teacher threw a bike lock?
Yeah, this was back in like the summer of love and everything. That guy was a professor of ethics. And he hit someone. He was going around hitting people over the head with a bike lock. Oh
my god, that is so.
Oh, I remember hearing about. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's a very famous video.
What?
But, yeah.
Is it ethical to throw a bike lock at someone? Can we just go with that?
Maybe X-Ray can answer this because I'm sure it's true, but I don't know if you maybe heard about it more because I think it was in Canada. There was a teacher that was showing like 11-year-olds the video of Charlie
the video
and got
of it
fired.
multiple times,
on
over
loop.
and over and over.
And that is a
and over.
horrific video.
That
It
no
is.
one should see that unless they want to.
I didn't want to. I go on X. Someone said he got shot, and I was like, "What?" And then I went on X, the close up, and it just
Ugh. Yeah, I'm glad I never saw that. So, like, even a horror movie, like I would not show anyone under like high school age a horror movie unless they were, of a good mental status.
And they weren't just looping the video; they were looping the video while ranting about fascism. Which seems like it's an important addition.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Glad they got fired.
Yeah.
All right, let's finish because I don't want to look at this face anymore.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I think the most ironic thing is that my life and my family's lives have been torn apart over my words on the internet by the very people.
Strange that.
I know, that's
the worst thing is that my life has been affected. Not that the guy has died, or that you were taking the piss out of a guy that's died. No, suddenly it's affected me.
Me. Oh wait, look, someone actually commented that.
Yeah, she can
it
only
broke.
she can only understand.
Oh my God, no.
you've frozen her on as a demon.
That is a
probably-
horrible screenshot.
I'll keep
She
it.
can only understand the world from her perspective, her experience, and so it only became real and a problem when it was her.
What was that word about empathy again? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the left aren't driven by empathy; they're driven by envy. Envy
Yeah.
and spite and hatred is essentially the main driving force.
Yes, we have proof here of demification. Exactly.
It's like the redistribution of
yelling
wealth.
so
They'll
loud.
say that the redistribution of wealth was to help poor people, but it's actually a hatred of the rich that they don't want people to have more than them.
You know what?
None of
You
the
know
things are
what?
done for good reason.
Disney has dumped so much money on all these movies in the past, God knows how long. Why didn't they just redistribute that money instead for movies that suck?
I think Hassan Piker's wealth should be redistributed. He'd be for it.
I'm not saying we should. I'm just going along with what they said. At that rate,
Well,
the money would have
I
been better
believe
used.
I believe you treat others how you want to be treated. So he says that people should redistribute their wealth. That's what he wants.
He wants it.
Their
Belongs
First
for the
Amendment
boot.
right and freedoms of speech. And while I realize and believe strongly that words have consequences, there is nothing
I'm not sure
that
you
I
do.
did or said that even deserved a percentage of what happened to me.
It's a percentage, yeah.
And I know I am not the only one whose life has been destroyed over this.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk died. His family's life was destroyed.
Yeah.
If not thousands of other content creators on this very app have been fired from their jobs and doxxed.
On this
And I
very
must say,
app.
that really terrifies me because it makes it clear that these people only want us to have the First Amendment right and freedom of speech when it fits their narrative.
Pause.
That is not.
Pause. But yeah, you're free to say what you want, which she did, and that is the consequence of your freedom of speech.
Because everyone else has the freedom to come tell you that they don't like you. I'll put it nicely.
Well, it's almost like we've been discussing this for the last 10 years.
It's just
and
caught
you just
up to
caught
them.
up when it affected you. Yeah.
Exactly. Where were you? But that's why I thought it was so funny. Actually, it was somebody on my Instagram that's like not on, that isn't a content creator that was just like comedies under attack. And I was like, what year is it? Where have you been, buddy?
Yeah, comedy died like 20 years ago, and it was because of the like, oh, you can't say that's offensive. It's like, yeah, but that's what makes it funny.
Exactly.
The country I was born in, and that is certainly not the country I want to raise my child in. So today I come to you with a few calls to action.
Oh, these are gold.
You or anybody you know has been doxxed, harassed, threatened, or fired, please reach out to me via email at I've been doxxed @gmail.com. Secondly, please consider attending your local No Kings Part 2 protest on October 18th.
Oh,
And
shut
third,
up.
if you are a California resident, please get out and vote yes in person on November 4th on Prop 50, the Election Rigging Response Act. I'll end with this. Right now, the most important thing we can do is support each other. Fascism hates community. So right now, we must build community. On Wednesday,
Everything she did at the end, that entire speech, she showed at the end, the entire speech was done for social virtue points. It was all, we can come together in community, we can make a social consensus.
Email me,
I can
I've been
lead this
doxxed.
new movement to glory. It was all just for
I'm a
self-personal
TikTok
attention.
star now.
So now there's no the Me Too movement is done. It's doxed too. Okay.
Yeah. I did also,
Doxed too. Okay.
just as a little advice to anyone making names, don't make a name that you have to spell out when you say it to somebody. If like you got 2 and 2, you can't have people go, oh, T.
There's so many different ways to type 2.
What a powerful speech. You know what? She could have
Also,
at least
I've been
taped it
doxxed
up
too.
so that it looked
Should
like she
be
was.
T-O-O.
She could have at least taped it up or something so that she wasn't like.
Or
That
like
wasn't deep.
right here.
That wasn't that deep. It wasn't like there were like big words in there or anything, or where she really needed to. She looked down way too much. She was like, I. As soon as she said, like, okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, you know what?
As you may know, I'm named Sharon.
And I have been doxxed. Like, okay, let's get some of these supers.
I
Sorry,
have
guys,
been
you're fine.
Doxed. I really feel
Gosh.
sorry for Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
At that rate, I'm surprised it wasn't cut to like remove her looking down. You know, like some people have so many cuts in
And
their
it's
like.
She couldn't be
She's just
bothered
like
to
this.
edit a 3-minute video. That
It's
was
too hard for her. Too hard for her. Oh my gosh. Corey, thank you for the 5. One of my fondest
God.
childhood memories was building sandcastles with my grandfather. That is until my mom took the urn away. Oh my God, Corey.
That is so dark. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one, Corey.
You found my level there.
You found this bruised funny bone. Mongoose, thank you for the gifted membership, and Fetty Gator and Donna Hall also gifted
Nice.
membership. Thank you guys. Gary Thomas for 10. Hey all, this brew, as I'm sure you know, if you ever need a wife, you can find one in China. Though the woman might be a little too picky. That base camp video on the Chinese dating market was wild.
I watched that. I didn't. I
Wait,
knew I'd
what?
watched a video on it when you mentioned it, but I forgot who it was from. Yeah, Basecamp did a whole thing, but it's bizarre, right? So China did a one baby program for ages,
Yeah.
which led to them
Throwing babies out.
aborting female, well, specifically
Yeah.
female ones. So there's a vast amount of millions and millions and millions more men in the country than women. So you would think that this would make this like a buyer's market, and men would be at all the dating sites. Women could have their pick of loads of men. It's the other way around. At all the dating like meetups and stuff, it's like 40 or 50 women to 1 man. And the women are still super picky. So they turn up, there's tons of women, few men, and they're going up to them and listing, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. You've got to have a house, you've got to have all this money, you've got to do all this kind of stuff. And the guy's like, I can't do that, I can't be that. And they're like, well, you're going to be alone forever then. And they walk off. It's like,
The Chinese men are going MGTOW, sort of.
no, it's not that. It's like the few men. Apparently, well, the men are like, I can't meet these standards, so they're just checking out. They're like, no, they know the women are too picky, but it's not making the women less picky. They will walk into a room with 400 women and 6 men, and then be like, well, you're going to be single forever. Like, where do you think your perfect person's coming to be? And I can't remember what Basecamp said their theory was, but I do think they hit on it a bit when they said it's the age of the women, so they're going up to like 28 and stuff. So they want somebody who's already like successful in life.
Established.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, but you're supposed to have married them at 19 and 20. So then you would have accepted somebody that's like not got a job or whatever, or is building something. You would place a bet on a man that's going to improve with you.
Mhm.
And it just seems as you get older, your standards raise. And again, it's a bit like the West, where the women are doing super well, so they're getting loads of wages, and they expect someone to meet them and be higher. But yeah, it is amazing in a country with that much of a gender distortion.
There's still, and I think that's part of the, like, that's partially due to the internet and maybe some of the media that's
But
out
you'd
there.
think they'd have different. What was surprising is how they have much of the same problems we do, and they have different media, because China heavily restricts all the Western stuff. So you would assume they could like propagandize their people into a better thing. No,
Well, it ain't
they have
working.
exactly the same issues.
Dang. Well, there's still immigration and emigration, so maybe that's how this is inserting into culture. Maybe. I'm just trying to think
China
outside the
is
box.
mostly Chinese. And yes, it's not like North Korea. They have Western media and stuff come in, but not like England does. They don't have enough to actually affect the culture that much. And the Chinese government basically has the power to do anything, so they could make any law, any cultural influence they wanted to exist. They had the power to. But I think it's just because we generally think that we can control that, and it's just all instinct, natural human instinct. And I think it just shows its face whether you want it to or not.
Yeah. And chat wins when I said MGTOW. Some of you said Ming Tao. Sorry, I was laughing when you were talking and I saw that.
I had to do a lot. I didn't know what out, so I just carried on.
Don't worry, we've got some Sweeney for you in a little bit, Chick, but I have to catch up on super chats before
Oh
everyone
no!
starts yelling
Well,
at me.
speaking of cleavage,
Oh, here.
What?
What does this brew have?
look, I've got a share for everything. Like, what was
There
that
you
not
go.
game on again? This is the
this
back of a
a
PlayStation 2
GTA?
game.
Oh,
Not.
makes sense.
Oh.
And it says a big bust is about to go down.
Yeah, she is.
Like, this is back when companies knew who their audience was. That's all
God.
this is.
This is almost like equal to the Megan Fox car moment.
Oh, yeah. It is
Remember-
actually very...
Is it a Nintendo ad? There was one where this woman wearing basically nothing walks in carrying a games console to her son. And she's like, here you go, son. And she's got like mainly nothing on.
That's this brew's kind of advertising.
I just like that the game has absolutely nothing to do with it. Like, there isn't any women in any of these photographs, but they still knew to market it.
Hey, catches your eye. Even my
Oh,
eyes
yeah.
are caught. Like, what?
I mean, it's true. Like, boom, like you can't help but look.
Boom boobs.
The boom buzz. Daz, thank you for the Australian too. Engine.
In my factory.
She wasn't it right. Phil Valentine, is that Phil? Like, which Phil is that? Okay, I thought maybe that was Project Egg Roll Phil and Jill
Oh my god,
Valentine.
it's egg roll as
Is it?
Jill.
It's not.
No,
nothing
it's too
promotes
white.
too white. Yeah, nothing promotes friendship more than ball sweat.
Ew.
Okay.
I
Well,
guess
you know.
it depends what you do with it.
Are you guys mixing the sweat?
Why are you going to ask us those questions? You know they will answer. The jabroni for two. Jimmy puts fries in the bag. Absolutely, sure does.
What does that even mean?
No, put the fries in the bag is like when you've destroyed your career so much you end up working at McDonald's.
Yeah,
Oh, I like fries.
fries are great.
Yeah, but
Um,
not serving them.
Not serving, eating them is great, but serving them not the
Yeah.
best.
That'll get you
um,
fired from there as well if you
Well,
start
unless
eating.
I become a personal chef.
Yeah, there you go. That's a different way to serve them. Southeastern Kaiju for 5 tuned in. An extra girl is saying how she uses 2 hands. Okay, good start for Saturday night. Oh no.
Sorry? I'm not sorry.
Poseidon for 10. They held the stream pretty well last week, but streams aren't the same without you. X-Ray, glad you're back. Yes, we're glad she's
Thanks,
back.
Poseidon.
Yeah, the alcohol consumption halved.
Yeah.
Aw, just we didn't get drunk? Oh no. I'm on my
Uh,
second already.
Saw, thank you for being a member for 11 months. Hi, beautiful ladies looking nice with glasses on. You mean they are boycotting Disney? We stopped watching them 5 years ago. Welcome to the party, lol. Yeah. It's true.
We're all
Hokies.
wearing glasses, yeah.
We
We're all
are.
blind.
We're a bunch of nerds. Hokies, thank you for the 10. These same people celebrated when Tucker, Gina, Roseanne, and so many others frack them. Yeah.
Mhm.
But it only when it affects them, if it's someone from their side. And you know what? Half these people probably didn't even frickin' watch Jimmy Kimmel because the ratings sure didn't show that they were watching him. So
Like,
just
did
saying.
anyone watch late night television? I never did. So it's almost
Uh,
seems like
we
an
never got it
enigma.
over here. I didn't know who any of these people were until I think I started doing YouTube and people mentioned them.
well,
like,
I
who
know
are they?
Kimmel's
Oh.
clips were on YouTube for like a heck of a long time in 2020.
Like, I knew John Oliver because he was English, but when he was over here, he was funny. And he vanished. He was like one of my favorite comics. Then he vanished for years and popped up with an American TV show. It was bizarre to me.
He's like, where'd you go?
Yeah.
Grand Admiral, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Did you get the new Lego Black Pearl set? Is that out yet? No, I didn't know that it was out yet, but I do plan on getting it for sure. I need that, and it's gonna go in my background too. That's gonna be a nice one.
A Black Pearl? Ooh,
Yes.
that'd be fun.
Yes.
That'd be
The Jabroni for 2, I like boobies. Well,
good for you,
his
Jabroni.
his avatar.
Welcome to the
That's
club.
just Peru as a baby. He got a
Oh
baby
my
picture
god,
of you.
he started
With
young.
whiskey.
To be fair, English, 50-50 bet.
May have been for real.
Yeah.
SC for 5. Weekly fire and plug until Disparu watches it. Carry on, friends. Pardon the interruption.
I've been watching, what's it called? It's something like, I died, traveled to another reality, and got reincarnated as a slime, or something like that. I was like, this is one of the longest names I've seen for an anime, and I'm like near the end of season 3 now.
I just finished Dan to Dan for the stream.
Do you like it?
Yeah. Well, the last episode of the season. Yeah, I like Dan to Dan.
It's very strange for me.
It's
I don't know
strange.
if I watch it.
You didn't like Dan? You don't like Dan to Dan?
It was very like that first episode was so weird.
It was hard for me to push through that first episode, I'll be honest. But then afterwards, I was like, okay. I was like, it's not too bad. It was too maybe vulgar is the right term. It was crazy the first episode.
And I don't have Crunchyroll.
Oh, okay.
I will, Crunchyroll and Netflix, the only two I subscribe to, like, constantly. I will watch Frieren because with everything that's gone on recently, one of the most common references was the demons from Frieren, which I happen to know about because I've seen the clips enough. And I need another reference besides Starship Troopers for that kind of thing.
Ian, thank you for the 50 pounds. Shoe on Head, who I personally think is a lefty midwit, come at me, actually did a very nuanced and clearly heartfelt video on the event. I haven't watched that one yet. I know people were doing like reactions.
I saw clips on Twitter.
Did you see her big tweet when it was all going down? I might pull it up. It's like she mentions it in the video, and you can tell it's just there is no punctuation, no capital letters. It's just stream of consciousness typing. But it is the kind of thing that I think comes to you when you've believed something for a certain time, you've known all these people as friends, then you have a baby, which I think is the key part of it, and suddenly all those people are preaching death and destruction. And like, no, I need my kid to survive in this world. What are you doing to it? And I think that's been one of the major changes.
I mean, it's the family unit, right? Yeah. And that's not something that is supported very strongly with a lot of those.
No, not at all.
Things like redistribution of wealth and stuff are generally just like power plays, envy, hatred of others. It is, why can't I get more? But when you have a child, it's like, I need to actually make a better world because my child is going to live in it. So I can't have the world be destroyed for it. I can't remember who it was. It was a Daredevil movie. He said, I never cared about the world until I fell in love with somebody. And then I realized I have to protect the world because she lives in it. And without the world, she can't live in it. And it's like, yeah, it's that thing that makes you actually invest in something else greater than yourself.
Wasn't it, was it Whitney Cummings who like did a 180 because she had a kid? Right? Remember I think
it's happened to a lot.
It's happening to a lot of people. Yeah. Well,
it's either that or you get married to a conservative and then you also change.
And you get red pilled. Jason Webster, thank you for the Australian 5. The best tactic against extreme views on the left, right, any political ideology is not give them any media coverage. These narcissists thrive on it. Yeah, it's a fair point. But so like I agree with that point, right? Like that girl annoyed the crap out of me. I actually didn't even see her videos because I've seen enough, though, to be honest. I've seen so much, and like I took a break the other day because it's just been crazy on the internet right now. Like, what's bothering me the most, like, obviously, it's awful what happened to Charlie Kirk, completely awful. But seeing people celebrating someone dying just because they didn't agree with him is just it's a terrifying thing to witness, and it's heartbreaking. So I'm so sad for my country and the world. But then you see, you know, vigils and memorials all over the world, like South Korea, Germany, like you see it everywhere. So he hit like. This is hitting the world and people marching in the streets. So it's like there is some light happening from this. People are waking up all over the world from it. But I know what you mean.
The thing is about any of the both sides arguments is firstly, nobody is scared when conservatives and everything, this happens to them. There were no buildings being closed up. There were no cities that burnt down. There was no violence at all. And they are the most heavily armed demographic in all of the country. This is not a both sides thing. There are some positions and some kind of moralities that when you get more extreme than them, it just gets better. Like a far right person is somebody that wants to get married, have lots of kids, and live happily ever after on a farm. Like this is not something. It's like is it like Jainism or Buddhism? Like one of the pacifist religions. It's like if you're an extreme version of that, you just don't do even more. You do even less violence than before. You know,
like
it's not a case where if you are extreme in everything, it's bad. Some things are just good, and you just get more good.
Yeah, sorry, you said that and triggered this, and I'm glad that this person still had it on their story because I saw this earlier.
Yeah, and everybody understood this when it happened. Leftists were walking up to entire groups of people at Charlie Kirk places, and they knew nothing was going to happen to them. Like, there is a tacit admission that the violence only comes from one side. There is only one side which is scared of the other one.
Yeah. Stephen De Leon for 2, my 3 favorite lesbians.
Thanks.
Thanks. Spider Limited for $1.99. Somebody called the Wambulance. Yeah. I haven't heard that in so long.
Like the Amish. What even would an extreme Amish be? It's like he just really hates technology. He wants to live 100 miles away from
peace.
He's like, yeah, I'm an extreme farmer. I only use natural fertilizers. It's like,
don't come at me with that fake stuff, homie. Jason, thank you for
I only live exclusively in the Stone Age.
If it needs batteries, I'm not using it.
Disgusting. Compassion and understanding is what brings people together. Without them, the very fabric of society falls apart. Yes, I agree with that, Jason. Hertz, thank you for the $1.99 for Anna.
I read that incorrect. I thought that was an L.
Shut up.
I did. I was like, wait.
Wait, do you understand this context?
I don't.
Okay. I'll share.
Okay, I'm like, I don't.
This will make you laugh. Possibly. Thanks, Mongoose, for clipping this, by the way.
Napski for $2. X-Ray Girl. What is rimming?
Oh, I've seen this
that's
clip.
when you put a salt or sugar on the rim of a drink.
That's it.
Oh, really?
That's exactly the answer to that question.
Thank you.
But not really, though.
And then dogging. Cheers.
That's when you take a dog for a walk.
Yeah. I just did some dogging this morning.
Dogging tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think the dog could do some exercise.
My wife will be doing the dogging tomorrow, but I did the dogging today.
I've actually done it with your wife.
Really?
Yeah.
X-Ray Girl went dogging with Nerdronic's wife. Confirmed. From X-Ray Girl's mouth herself.
Oh
Oh, you got the best
What was there?
no! What?
Oh no, it's a longer clip. I thought As Is
All
Laughter
right.
is where they explain what dogging was.
Okay, we're gonna skip a little bit forward to the Anna part.
That it changes into something else.
Oh dear.
It's rimming. What it's ashes.
Why is Anna doing this? Okay, I must skip it because I said it. I read it as Anna Lingus.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
Take a closer look at that word, Anna, and you'll see that it changes into something else.
Anyways, I searched up rimming.
I searched it, and you were right?
It wasn't
It's
two
Anna
words.
Lingus.
Oh. It's one of my favorite bits of Clarkson's farm, though, is where they're on about the dogging thing. And it's like, yeah, and they start drilling holes in the urinals next to each other. I don't think they're for ventilation. It's like, no.
Ew. Do people actually do this? Oh, I guess there was that guy that got arrested, the famous guy.
I was at a Tesco where in one of the urinals
There was one.
There was a hole drilled through. By the cubicles, there was a hole drilled through to the urinals. So some guy had clearly done it so he could have line of sight on the urinals.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The
Got
what?
a refurb soon after I noticed that one. I was like, I
What?
can understand why that happened.
Wait. How do you say that again?
What?
So you're right. I had to think about what you were talking
Oh
about for a
my
second. 'Cause you said urinals.
Urinals.
That's how you
Oh,
pronounce it over there. Okay.
I said that once. I can't remember who it was. And someone, I've never heard it pronounced that posh.
I've never heard it pronounced.
What?
He's so
That's so
fancy.
posh.
He's like,
Urinals.
he's like,
No,
what's a
it's
urinal? I use a urinal, please.
Yeah,
Ew.
we
Get
put
away
a
from
different
me with that.
emphasis on a different
know.
vowel than you do.
I know. I've never heard it like that before, though. I'm gonna
Yeah.
start saying that. I'm gonna start saying it like that.
It's perfectly
It's
normal over
confusing,
here. So
but-
you'll like say that word again. It's like, what word? It's like, I don't know which one.
I
to say
said a
what.
lot of words in
Weird.
the last 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Back to the whole thing that you were talking about.
Huh?
In the urinals.
Mhm.
Oh.
Like that is so gross.
Did you
That-
just copy
like-
my pronunciation, or is that a Canadian thing as well?
No,
No,
I
we're
was
copying
no,
you
it's
now.
a
We're
you.
gonna
We're
say it
copying
like
you.
that now. I'm gonna say
Urinals.
urinal,
Oh.
and I'm
I
gonna
just
say
say
it
the
to everyone.
bathroom.
I'm like, do you need to
see?
use the urinal? And they're like, what did you just say to me?
I'm gonna bring back the colonies one person at a time. We start with the pronunciation of urinals. It starts today.
Shane Muniz for 20 says shoulders. Well, not this
Knees
bruise,
and
though,
toes.
sorry.
Knees and toes.
That was a quick response to that one. He was ready for that one. Ian, thank you for that 50 pounds. China is mostly
Yes.
Chinese. This brew
I
of
love
course.
it.
Look, you can't say that about London. I mean, it's not that common anymore. It's like, no, China is still mostly Chinese.
So far.
Oh my
Let
God.
immigration happen. You never know.
Oh, they won't. No. They know.
So-
That like Japan is going that way, but China won't. They've got
Oh.
plenty of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm rereading this to make sure it doesn't sound bad if I say it out loud. These joining for 2. Is her name Emerson? Because Emerson Big Guns?
I feel like we're doing
Emerson
the dog
Biggins.
thing.
We're like,
I think it's supposed to be them are some biggins.
oh, like
Oh, we're just retarded.
we're
Thanks.
just puppies.
Well, you're retarded. I got it.
But she
Okay,
means us
fine.
two. Well, she's talking about us, not you.
I'm so retarded I can't
Well,
tell who's
dang.
retarded anymore.
Speak for yourself.
me and X-Ray. Are we the retarded ones?
Yes, just
Are
not
we the
understand.
baddies?
Yes. Market Reality, thanks for the 2. Late night television's audience is over 80. And that's kind of funny because I feel like by the time I hit like even
That
50,
explains why his audience is dropping so fast.
because there's
Because they're literally, oh no.
but also I feel like after I hit the age like 50, like once 8 p.m. hits, I'm in bed, man, because I'm gonna be tired. Like
So are they.
80-year-olds,
They just
that's
leave
what
the
I mean.
TV on.
They just leave it on, yeah. So they're not actually,
That's
so
how we
his
get to good
audience isn't
ratings.
even watching.
Yeah, it's
his
like
audience.
they've eaten the tea, then they pass out on the sofa. That's essentially where the viewership comes from.
Boomer TV. Yeah, that's right.
I started doing that though. Now if I eat something, I'm just like, straight away. I have become my dad.
I'll say he's dad.
I have
already.
become my. No,
He's
my
in the
dad always used to do it.
spirit
Like
of-
that's really weird. Now it just happens to me. I'm like, no.
Wakes up. I know you said the one time that you had an Oreo and you went into a sugar coma. Did you fall asleep? with
Yeah,
an
no,
Oreo
it
on
happens
your chest?
regularly. Yeah, I'll just eat some
That-
chocolate.
That's only happened to me once where I fell asleep with food, and that's also because I was drunk. It was like one of those late night McDonald's runs where you fall asleep with all the McDonald's on your bed.
You wake
No.
up and you're like,
Yeah, I woke
I
up.
have
was like,
found.
that's good.
I have found
"So good
if I need to fix my sleeping pattern, rather than stay awake for like 36 hours or something, that's what I always used to need to do. If I just eat like a couple of bars of chocolate, and then I fix my sleeping pattern. It's like I'll pass out
himself
for
in a
like 3 or
sugar
4
coma.
hours, and then I'll be
Oh
fine.
my god, the sugar coma.
Mhm. I can abuse it to great success.
he knows how to work it to his
Mhm.
will. Gary Thomas, thank you for the 10. X-Ray Girl was right about immigration being the answer. A lot of Chinese men have gotten wives from the Philippines. They usually communicate
Passport
through
bros.
ChatGPT since they don't speak the same language.
You know what? Google Translate's actually really good as well. I use it all the
Well,
time at work.
iPhone
Yeah.
now are coming up with live translation
Oh,
for
the
AirPods.
headphones.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
They
if
just
they
really-
don't have them, you just show them the phone and it does it on the phone as well. So weird. Again, we don't know the quality because it's just been announced. But if it's like it showed you in the demo, that's gonna be. Like,
I'm
insane.
gonna get them in a couple of weeks. I think I'm waiting for the the hype to die down a bit, and then I'll let you know
when they come in. Well, actually, if you've got older versions, they're being backdated to any of them.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
maybe I'll just have to update the firmware then. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know when that'll roll out or whether it's already here or whatever.
That's
Maybe
exciting.
it's in 26. But
I would love like real-time translation.
Mhm.
That would be great. Jason Webster, thank you for another 5. Welcome to Girlfriends Are Us China. We have women suit to every lifestyle and budget. Become a member and receive a 10% discount of your first order. Andrew Matthews, thank you for the £5. Do you think Rings of Power Goo Sauron was stolen from Slime anime? I don't get it because I didn't watch Rings of Power.
Very overpowered, and the goo does just like engulf something and eat it. So
Maybe,
or it's just a default thing that you think of with goo.
well,
But
every goo
they're more similar
does
than I
that.
expected.
Well, like Flubber, did Flubber do that? Not really.
No, that just bounced a lot.
Yeah.
These like actually like jump on something and absorb it.
Yeah.
Fiesta Cat for $1.99. Really, people? A Tesco toilet? OMG. What? What's a Tesco toilet?
Hey,
Tesco is a supermarket,
Oh.
and it's what
Never
I
heard of
said
it.
that I went.
it's the little glory hole.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're talking. Oh, never
was-
mind. I'm like, I never heard of it. You just talked about
normally
it. a minute
it would
ago.
be cubicle to cubicle, but obviously they weren't going to do that in a Tesco. So this was basically just voyeurism
Mm.
or speed dating, depending how you think about it.
If you put your mind to it, it could be speed dating.
It's always been my thing that if you go to those kind of clubs, that has to be speed dating, right? You're just like, how are you doing? It's like, it's gotta be.
I'm gonna go with never tell me the odds. It's speed dogging.
Oh my goodness. Well, since we are an hour in and we haven't covered either of the topics in the title, let me just
we
bring this
got
up.
Jimmy
No,
Kimmel.
he's not in the title.
That sounds
but
typical
Oh.
of us.
It's good enough. It's good enough. So this,
I can't believe you didn't put Jimmy Kimmel in the title.
I thought about it, but I was just like, I don't even want to look at his name the entire time. Like, I can't do it.
Even the letters that are in his
Even
name
the letters
disgust
annoy me. He's not funny.
Oh no, there's a J.
Help. So James Cameron is writing a new Terminator film, which I guess this was announced like a while ago. Disparu brought up that like he was saying that he wanted to write a script, but he had
No, it actually says it here, right? And this is why when it goes, he's writing a new Terminator film, I'm not sure that's true. When the first thing he says is, I've been unable to get started. Like, are you writing one? Because it seems like I also haven't been able to write a Terminator film.
Maybe he has written the title and by James Cameron.
That's it.
Terminator. What Terminator are up to? Like 6?
Terminator ... TBD.
He doesn't know what to say that won't
Revenge
be
of Grok.
overtaken. Oh, so he says he doesn't know what to say that won't be taken by real life events. We are living in a science fiction age right now. It's just
I
weird to
can
me
tell
because,
him.
like, why would you be like, it's like, oh, I want to start a show about what? I don't know. I just want to start a show. Like,
Well,
okay, you want to
no.
write a movie? Don't you have anything like?
I have a great idea
Any
for him that
idea?
won't be overtaken by real life events. How about an AI robot from the future travels back in time in order to kill somebody to stop a war happening with the AI in the future? I don't think that events in real life are going to overtake that anytime soon.
Yeah,
Hopefully not.
not
I mean,
anytime
put
soon.
it this
Probably
way,
not in our
if
lifetime.
I'm wrong, then we won't know. Because we won't be dead
we won't be
anyway.
here. Yeah,
That's true.
this clip will be played in 100 years. Like this guy knew.
Yeah, the aliens come down from another planet. Like,
We
Smart,
are
when you
the-
look at that bloke.
we are here for
AI
Disparu.
and aliens band together to kill us.
We're looking for the one they call Disparu.
Yeah. They find me like smiling. Looks like it's better than looking smarter than you are.
So yeah, I don't know. People probably are gonna like this, right? What's the last one that came out? It was like in the
It was
That's
the,
a Sam
the
Worthington, wasn't
feminist
it?
one. It was the one where they killed the son.
there was that, and then what was the last one with Arnold though? Like
Was it,
that was that
is
early
it Dark
2000s?
Face? Is that the one?
I don't know. Someone in the chat will probably know.
It's the worst one. It is
I
where
didn't see it.
they turn it into a feminist thing because they kill the man and replace him with the Queen of Dragons.
The chat saying Dark Fate had Arnold in it.
And that had Arnold in it. Okay.
It was
I didn't see
basically a
that
feminist
one.
wet dream. In the first few minutes, they killed
Sounds
the main
awful.
character of the other movies.
That sounds sounds like oops, I didn't mean to hit that.
Well, it was done in 2019, and it felt like a 2019 movie.
It felt like 2019, which was a weird year because it was the last kind of normal year before 2020, but yeah.
But the crazy part is, I think I watched some of this, the first or the second, the first one of the Sam Worthington Terminators, and I remember thinking it's okay, and that's when a lot of the stuff was starting to be sprinkled in, similar to Star Wars, and I just didn't really want to watch anything past that. So, you know, it started early. We didn't see it, and then it hit us hard.
Okay, so yeah, that was. Oh, I was thinking. Hold on.
I didn't like any of the ones past 3. And a load of people hate 3, but at least it had a hot Terminator.
I'm trying to think if I've seen 3. I know I've seen 1 and 2.
3 is the woman liquid robot.
I've seen 3. I've seen 4, and I think that was the last one I saw.
Didn't like 4 at all. Not sure I've seen Genesis. I think I've seen it.
That's the one with Emilia Clarke. Is that Emilia Clarke?
No, Dark Fate is Emilia Clarke.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because she replaces the son.
No, she's in this one too. She's in this one. Look at right there.
Oh, okay.
She plays Sarah Connor,
like the young Sarah or young-ish Sarah Connor.
Yeah, younger one, and then Dark Fate has actual.
Yeah, I don't think
Linda.
Oh no, I did.
Linda
isn't
Hamilton.
Is she a vet? I think she's a vet, and they find her in there, and she treats him. Yeah, I think is that the one where it's a bit like a remake of the first one ish.
I think so.
So long ago.
Yeah, if Emilia Clarke wasn't in Salvation, then I watched Genesis once and I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't think that one went over very well. But I've only seen I've probably seen parts of 3, but I know I've definitely seen 1 and 2.
I had to go back to 3 because I mentioned it in a video, and I started watching the scene between her and the Terminator in the toilets. And there's a very obvious thing where he just picks up a mannequin and slams it into a toilet, and it's supposed to look like her, but it just looks like he's slamming a mannequin into a toilet. So badly
They didn't
done.
do a good job.
I remember the commentary for that, though, and this is why did it take so long to do the third one. And they said, I don't know whether this is accurate, because I think we've come out about his figures afterwards, but they said Arnold wanted 100 million just for the movie, and to raise that much money takes a long time. Now, I've heard Arnold since come out and say the most money ever made was on the comedy movie that he made with the little guy.
Twins?
Kevin Hart?
Yeah, and he didn't make 100 million off that, so I think the guy was exaggerating, but he basically blamed Arnold about why it took so long.
Wait, were you talking about the movie he did with Danny DeVito?
I don't know, it's like a little comedian. I think it was Twins.
Yeah, Twins, Danny DeVito. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the movie that he made the most money
Kevin
on.
Hart, and you were like, yeah.
I just think every little guy is Kevin Hart.
I know, he's like, yeah.
It's because they said that they got all no one else thought the movie would be successful. So when they said, "Can we have all the back end of the movie?" They just went, "Yeah." It turned out to be massively a big hit.
Yeah, I remember that. I would say, I mean, I don't know. I think my favorite Arnold movie is probably True Lies, but I also really liked Kindergarten Cop. I know we're not talking about that, but that was a good movie.
Kindergarten Cop was great awesome as well. Yeah.
That was so fun. Like you could not do the one scene with the little boys. Like his dad was a gynecologist, I think, right? And he's like, "Boys have a penis and girls have a vagina." Could you imagine if they made that say? Like, I'm offended.
Arnold has some good comedy movies, though. There's one. I think it was a Christmas movie at some point. Is it where he's from a movie and he comes out on a wish from the movie as an action hero? I think that's it. I can't remember what the name is.
With Arnold, you're not thinking of Jingle All the Way where he dressed up as Turbo Man, right?
Maybe, because I remember there's a bit where he's on like a fair, like a Christmas fair, and he's beating the crap out of somebody.
Jingle All the Way. That's a great Christmas movie.
Yeah, well, that's a comedy movie, but he fits it because he's one of the people. It's a bit like the one that isn't Will Smith in the Men in Black movies. Will Smith always said he's one of the funniest people he knows, even though he's not meant to be, because he's just deadpan all the time, and that's funny. And Arnold is that. He can't act, but that's why it makes him a good comedy actor, because he just plays everything exactly the same way at all times.
Like in Jingle All the Way, he was with Rita. Was her name Rita Wilson? She's the one that's married to Tom Hanks now. Rita Wilson, right? Well, he's just in the suburban, like American family home, and he's got that accent, and it's like he's like, "Don't forget, you're my #1 customer." And he's like a sales guy. And it's like, and I love that movie though. It's one I gotta watch every year for Christmas. I remember I wanted a Turbo Man when I was younger, just because of that movie. Never got one though.
Yeah, I used to watch that as a kid. I see that a lot as a kid.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's definitely a classic.
When I was a kid, it was basically whatever movies happened to come on the TV is what I saw. So things like that came on multiple times.
Yeah. And also sticking to what's on the title to get it out of the way, and then we can have our fun because this brew put some funny trailers in there.
Oh yeah, George Romero's daughter.
Oh yeah, that'll be next. So Avengers Doomsday has wrapped filming, and it'll be in theaters December 18th, 2026. Is anybody excited for this?
Well,
really, truly.
Why is it taking so long?
Well, it's because we've got to do all the CGI. My favorite thing about this, though, is that you'll still have actors going out and go, I don't know whether in the movie. No one does. Until that post-production is finished, anyone could be in this movie. Even though it's filmed.
True. Disparu could be in this movie, so check it out.
I might be. At this point, if one more person was getting announced, I've got about I might be in Doomsday, everybody. We can hope.
Holy crap. Hold on a second, because Raider
That's what I said.
Actually said, hold on, we'll share this in a second and talk about it because I want to cut Disparu's face off. For
YouTube let me out for a wee.
83, YouTube let me out for a wee bit. New fighting, Ian, so forth. Yeah, he was in Super Chat jail.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's like for a day, isn't it?
They're like, calm down. You need to calm down.
No, I'm not skipping the other supers. It's just when we see Raider actually write words, we're like, what? Sometimes we'll get an emoji, but the fact that we just got a full sentence. Proud of you, Raider.
Ever spoken.
Raider, if you say shot in a super chat, I will drink a shot for you.
He might be blocked again now.
I know.
I just want to see him type something out.
So, all right, they wrapped filming. How many do you think they're going to do more reshoots? That's what the real question is.
There's going to be a ton.
Yeah.
They don't even know the script.
It was literally 2 weeks ago, maybe 3, when people they don't have a finished script. So they won't even have the scenes nailed down.
And this is supposed to come out next year, and it's basically a year and a couple months, right? Because what are we in September?
3 months.
Yeah. I don't even know.
Now they've got to take it to the editing room and work out what the film is. Because they basically film a load of random crap and then try and cobble it together afterwards. I'm just saying, it seems like a really hard way to make a movie.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll see it, because we're gonna review it here and everything, right? Like, I know it's a year away, but we usually go see these movies to review them for you guys, even if we don't want to see them.
December 18th next year. How many? A week before Christmas, then I guess.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. If it comes out though, they're saying that it's going to be in theaters December 18th, but will it? That's
I do think this movie will do well, but I've thought it'd do well ever since Robert Downey Jr. was unveiled.
It's a good time for it to come out, because assuming at that point kids are out of school, parents might be actually taking a little bit of time off to the whole week, because Christmas falls on is it on a Friday next year then?
I don't know. But it is a case of Friday, I think Robert Downey Jr. was the pull, and every single other person they brought in afterwards was just surplus to requirements and extra cost. And so even though I think it'll make loads of money, like all the money, I don't see how it's going to be successful. Like,
they should have just done a Robert Downey Jr. Doomsday, like Dr. Doom movie. It would have been better.
Yeah, actually, that's a really good point. I didn't think about that.
I thought that's what they were going to do.
And like then into Doomsday. Or
you could do him versus someone, but not everybody. It's like
like I loved how they brought in the big bad for the final Endgame movie, or like the part 1 and part 2. He was kind of etched in there. He was kind of a big bad for the one movie, but then he came back and just continued to grow his power. And you're like, okay, you got to know him. We're barely knowing Dr. Doom, as well as most of the cast. I don't know them. Has everyone watched the other movies beforehand? Probably not.
No.
I do have a soft spot for like the old Fox stuff, which like I liked. I only saw it once, but Daredevil, not Deadpool, Deadpool and Wolverine with all the cameos from that. I like those characters coming back, and so I wouldn't have minded if they were like, yeah, they've come back again, but this time they've got actually a part. But even if they chose, like, I like people like Patrick Stewart coming back and Ian McKellen. I think that's cool. But if we're just going to have them for 3 minutes or less and just alongside other people, it just seems pointless. Especially if Gary's right and they just all immediately die. That's the worst case scenario.
Okay.
Because that's not what happened in Deadpool. They actually, even if they appeared, they got to do something cool first.
They had an arc.
It's not like, what was it, Multiverse of Madness, where they just turned up, said a line, and died.
Oh my gosh, like what they did to John Krasinski's...
all of them. Like, that entire...
The Fantastic Four,
scene.
Yeah.
The best part of that movie was the edit that happened where Patrick Stewart went round on a half pipe on his hovering wheelchair.
Yeah. Imagine the homework list for this movie.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's so many of the shows that I did not watch. I'm trying to think the last, besides Agatha, because, you know, and it's funny enough, I actually missed the final episode of that one, but I watched it, you know, for this show. I'm trying to think of the last, Daredevil, but I didn't finish that one either. The last show that I think I actually finished, at least the season, was the first season of Loki. And then after that, I was just like, I didn't watch the second one.
Have you seen that Daredevil's got renewed for season 3?
Wow.
Yeah, like before season 2's even out, and no one likes season 1.
Wait,
I did. That's crazy.
They're pulling an Amazon and having like 6 seasons of Rings of Power at this rate.
Yeah, I think it had just wrapped season 2 and season 3 got renewed.
It didn't even make the Nielsen's, right?
No, nobody watched it. And I don't blame them. It's like, it was not impressive.
Okay, I'm telling you, at this rate, they should just redistribute the wealth with the money that they're throwing down on these shows. Oh my God.
I think they are.
Yeah, seriously.
They're just like Disney to the staff. And that's the only place it goes.
You just got to be employee of Disney in order to get them.
So I would like for this to be good, but I really agree with X-Ray on that. I didn't think of that. They should have just did a Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
And that would have, I don't know if I would say I'd be excited for it, but I do like Robert Downey Jr.
I like Robert Downey Jr. Yeah.
It's what I mean. I like Robert Downey Jr. But the thing is, we get excited for stuff, and then like, if the writing's out there, even if it's a great actor, but I feel like that Marvel does do very well writing for Robert Downey Jr.'s characters. So if they did do Doctor Doom, I would be way more excited than I am for this.
The Russo brothers used to make good movies, but the things they've done recently, was it Citadel they did? There was another futuristic series that I watched, that was a bomb that they did. Then they did The Electric State, that was a bomb.
Oh, that was
horrible. They haven't done anything good outside Marvel. So there's no saying that they've still got it and can make something good.
Oh, they used to be good. That's, that happens to some people. I like to leave on a high, personally.
Yeah, which they should have, because that would have just been smart considering all the flops that have
back when
happened.
Robert Downey Jr. was announced, it said in the articles that he said, I will only come back if they come back. So it's like he got them the job.
Oh, okay.
And he got a fortune, so they were
they
probably
better
willing
show
to give him
up
whatever
then.
he wanted.
They better do a good job with this then if he made it that statement. Like, okay, I'm
it's just such a bloated cast. They
don't have a script. It's like there's
no vision.
There's a normal way of making a movie because it's the easiest way to do it. You sort out the scripts, get it solid, everyone reads it, everyone agrees this is a good thing, then you make the movie of it. It's cheaper. You can have more eyes on it. You solve it at the first thing when it's easiest to fix. And the way they do it is we just film a load of random crap, way more than we need, blow the budget up, and then hopefully cobble something good out of it. It's like, they might make a good movie, but they're doing it the hardest way possible.
Yep.
Unfortunately. I miss the good old Marvel days when I was actually excited for a movie.
Phase 1 was great. That moment, like after you watch the first Avengers, it was like, wow, this is good. I like this. And then now we got what we got now.
It's because there's a lot of standalone. You probably, I know there is a couple linked characters, but every Marvel property since Endgame has linked multiple characters to one. So if you don't watch the previous, you might not understand what's going on with a character in the next. Not that a lot happens in them nowadays either, but I'm a completionist.
I've never, well, it's always a positive. I've never thought that was. I've never thought that was necessary. Even in Thunderbolts, I didn't know who half the people were. Didn't change my enjoyment because humans are used to jumping in midway through people's lives. You don't have to know how they were born. Oh, I think Disney.
No, I need to know how you were born. Hold on, tell me exactly what happened.
What time, date? I need to know your sun rising and moon signs.
What was the weather
I came
like?
out of my mom's vagina. That's what happened there.
Whoa.
It was
too much. Whoa.
But there was
men can have vaginas.
2025 Disbrew. Come on.
A stork brought me, you dirty savages. But yeah, so I think Marvel, because it was Marvel that pushed that to try and get people to watch TV series. I think you were wrong to do it, but I don't think you've ever really needed to. That was just the push. I think there was something else I was supposed to say, but I forgot what it was.
We ruined.
I got distracted by a stork. Oh no! What I want. This is the only thing I want to happen from Doomsday. Apparently, Doomsday is pissed because when Captain America went back to Peggy in the past, he's what started all of the incursions, and I just want him to go there. It's like, why did you do this? You've been destroying the multiverse. And Captain America just looks at Peggy's tits and goes, "Well," and Doomsday's like, "Fair enough, mate. Fair enough." That's all I want that as a scene.
I think there's just the very few set of women or women's sets that you would just change everything for.
Oh, he just goes home after that. It's like, no, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, America.
That's worth the multiverse. There's probably a couple in there as it is.
It's Haley Atwell, yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right, let me catch up on supers because there's a fight going on in the super chat, so we'll get to that. Broken Controller Club for 5. I worked in a Barnes & Noble many moons ago, and the men's room stalls had holes drilled in them. Now I always look for them before using them. What?
Barnes? I would have thought in a Barnes & Nobles, I would have thought that would have been in the ladies.
Excuse me?
Well, they're the ones that read all the dirty books. It's not a men's thing.
Well, Barnes & Noble doesn't only have dirty.
No man is reading Twilight and thinking I've just got to nip to the loo.
Well, no straight man.
That's true. That's true. They were thinking about Edward's sparkly skin.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they'd have to install like shock absorbing pads in the ladies.
1 second. So funny story on that I just want to throw in because whenever I have a chance to talk about like meeting the Buffy cast, when I talked to James Marshers about that, because I said I thought Spike was the best vampire in cinema, from my opinion, because he was just so well written. And we were talking about
definitely one of the best things in Buffy.
Absolutely. And we were talking about Twilight, like how like when Twilight came out, there was all the memes that were like that would show like him and David Boreanaz like all like sexy. It's like real vampires don't sparkle. And me and him were laughing about that. There's memes that were like that because I remember like at the time I was like, ew. I never got into Twilight, but I was like, please. I was always a Buffy girl, so I'm like, this is real gay. Okay?
He has one of my favorite lines, which is from Angel. Angel's in a meeting room or something, and he's just standing there at the door because I think he's just come back. And Angel said, "We're talking." He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't care." The delivery of that is so amazing.
He's got so many good deliveries. Like when Angel and Buffy are fighting, and like when he was gone bad, and he's like, "Oh no, he's gonna kill her," and he just walks away. He has so many good little like throwaway lines like that.
When he realizes that he can like start controlling the ghost realm or whatever. When he gets his leather jacket back, and he's just like, and it like comes out of his back. It's like, oh my god.
So many good Spike moments. Shane, thank you for the 20. Thanks for the graceful shoulders, ladies. You're welcome.
Oh, you're welcome.
Maybe next episode we can get this through. The one time he showed it.
How am I supposed to have a shoulderless thing? I'd have to be like, sorry, I'm just gonna have implants to hold my t-shirt up.
Implants? No.
He's gonna tape.
No, you've just got to eat enough fat, and they'll be like,
Ian, thank you for that 50 pounds. Cameron writing the next Terminator. A robot sits in a Red Lobster restaurant. Oof, damn, overtaken by the real life events. Start over.
the Terminator's just there. It's like, damn inflation.
and this was Ian's response to Raider. Disgusting. Thank you for the 5484, by the way. Disgusting to letting criminals run amok.
They should have banned him.
Mike Nosfer 5. Salvation was the last Terminator I watched, which is where it should have ended since it brought the story full circle.
Was that 3 or 4?
4.
Oh, okay.
Chat will answer that.
2009. Yeah,
That's 4.
It was
then.
4? Okay.
I didn't like that when he went to the future and you had like fake CGI Arnold at the end. I'm like, but it's clearly not him.
Christopher Peaks like tank tops. Hello. Or tank tops. I don't think.
Hello.
Did you know the weather? Like my nipples would drop off.
Excuse me.
there.
Okay, so I had planned when we went to the UK. I was like, cute sweaters. It's gonna be kind of cold. It's September. I could wear maybe 5% of my suitcase. So I had to go
be
shopping.
fair, that was 1 week where you arrived. It got hot the day you arrived. It got cold the day you left.
Like, that
was
is
the most
insane to
bizarre
me.
thing ever. Where it's like it was just the time the Americans arrived. The weather improved.
They brought the heat.
It was the most bizarre weather ever.
And also Raider for 5673. He said shot
Thanks,
and
Raider.
actually took it right out of the bottle.
I did. It was really gross.
I've been waiting for this.
I've been waiting my whole life, and it made Raider dance.
Yeah.
Thank you, Raider. And then Ian for 5674 returned Raider to YouTube jail. Hashtag protect the public. Hashtag Ian for bond.
Public. Oh my god.
You guys are silly.
I would
And then-
support Ian for Bond because he is British. We've had Scottish Bonds before. We can do it again.
We can do it again. Shane, thank you for the 2. Pretty plus common sense make me spend money. Well, thank you,
Mhm.
Shane. We
Aw,
appreciate
that's
that.
sweet.
You don't even need common
don't-
sense.
I was gonna say it's all disparate, really.
I was going to say that too.
I thought he meant marketing. It's like
Oh,
for thousands of years we knew sex sells, and then until 10 years ago we're like, we need the munters on the screen.
Jose Rodriguez
It made
for
me laugh.
50.
In Drinker's Alien review, just out of nowhere, he just goes, couldn't you have got a better looking actress than her? Like, just goes in on her. Like, just catching strays.
For 50 Mexican pesos, right? That's Mexican pesos, yeah. Hello, guys. What are your predictions for Avengers Doomsday box office? I'm awful at that. That's like, I think Disparu would be good at that. X-Ray probably too. Because they're on more streams.
I don't do the box office stuff, but I do think it'll break $1 billion just off Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I can agree
I
with
think
that.
it will be such a massive, like, cinematic event, and I think it'll have so much marketing behind it. You'll get all the people back. They'll play on all the nostalgia. Yeah, I think it has to. If Jurassic Park can, I think.
Yeah, like,
Especially
did
with
Jurassic
inflation.
Park get at like 800,000 or 900,000? I
just need to watch that.
860 or something.
860. Okay, so if Jurassic Park can do that, I would say like 900,000. But we also have to see what the box office behaves like next year as well. Because if it
True. I think
continues to
it's a
dive,
good- they definitely picked a good time. It makes no sense for these movies to like go against each other, like in the summer box office stuff. Like, give it a couple weeks, just release a little bit later when like the hype dies down for something else, right? I know that happens a lot, but I don't know. It just seems like these days, like people aren't as, not that they're not interested in movies, but it's like if there's 2 movies that are like really popular, like Fantastic Four and Superman, most people are gonna pick one or the other.
Oh yeah, but I think Doomsday would be the big cinematic event
yeah.
of essentially the year.
Oh yeah, but I think them releasing it around Christmas is great, and it's going to make them even maybe more money because, like X-Ray pointed out earlier, kids are going to be on Christmas break, winter break, and parents might have off for break too, so they may go not just like on the weekends to see it. So, but you're right. I think you're also right because if they release it at any time, people are just going to go see it because they're going to be excited for it.
It's not. I view it from being one myself, the normie point of view. Like, if you know enough about the movies, you're like, oh yeah, Marvel movies have been going down. This is a Marvel movie. But they won't see it that way. They see Robert Downey Jr., he was Iron Man, I like Iron Man. Like, my dad went and watched The Joker, and he was expecting The Joker from the trilogy, the Dark Knight trilogy.
He's like,
He
what
just
is
saw the
this?
Joker as a character, and he got an entirely different movie. But that's not what he expected, because he doesn't you don't keep up with that. You just see the advertisement. And so yeah, I think they will play off nostalgia and just the big actors' names, and people will go because they like their old movies, not because it's Marvel or superheroes or anything like that.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Let's see here. What shall I bring up next? Oh, that Queens of the Dead trailer, which
oh gosh,
I haven't watched it yet, but I trust Disparu. He knows what can and can't be shown on YouTube. So
The last 2 weeks, by the way, I've never tried it before. I've been trying gin.
okay, you like it?
How do you like it?
I'm still not quite sure. It's not bad. It's just the weird aftertaste and stuff I don't find particularly nice. But the initial flavor, because this is raspberry, so it just tastes like raspberry, and then it kind of goes into a weird aftertaste.
What was the one drink that your dad gave you, and he was like, I don't know what to think of this. And you were like,
I didn't like that at all.
what
That was
was
a
it?
rhubarb beer. That was
Oh.
horrible. It
Mm.
was from Clarkson's farm, but rhubarb beer is not nice. It's not a good idea. Stop it.
he's don't stop it. He's
No.
all right. I'm
You
scared
know when
for
I
this trailer.
said he gave it me and went, I don't know what to think of this. So he actually hadn't formed an opinion on it, and I tasted it and immediately went, I understand what he means now, because it's such a bizarre flavor for a beer.
Well, once you know what to think of the raspberry gin, let us know.
I didn't like it. I'm never buying it again.
You're just gonna
I
finish
don't like
it.
flavors unless you mix it with
Oh, I
something. I think.
Yeah, if I have like a
But you can't mix beer with something.
oh, it's beer.
It was a rhubarb beer.
Oh no,
Well,
I mean the gin that you're drinking right now. She was saying like your gin if you mix that with something.
Oh well, this is just tonic water. The reason I decided to try this is because now Clarkson, Hammond, and James May have all come out with gins and all love gins, so I was like, I'll try it. And I do like the idea that I think it's basically like a whiskey as a not whiskey, vodka as a base or whatever, and then they just add fruit to it. So I was like, well, that could be nice.
Zach says statistically, gin is the least gay of all drinks. By the way,
I'm pretty sure. I think that's whiskey.
he's like, nah, that's whiskey.
No,
Definitely whiskey.
All right, let's get through this trailer because I'm scared.
Lat.
You
Okay,
guys
wait,
can-
wait. Before we even start, what does that say? Payback's a bish. What's the character?
Is that like the guy that cuts the what's his name, the executioner? That like if you get beheaded.
Oh, maybe.
I don't even know what you're on about. He just
The
looks like.
shirt right here.
Okay, on the left.
Which one? Oh.
On the shirt. I think that's like an
Oh,
executioner.
I
is that
thought
what
you
they're
meant the
called?
guy on the right. He just looks like someone from the Village People.
Oh, well,
yes,
definitely.
Ian,
Also,
yes.
like that. Okay,
No, wine is horrible. Wine tastes
It's
like
not
rotten
wine,
grapes.
It's prosecco.
it's prosecco.
It's
I thought
but,
prosecco was wine.
It's closer to champagne.
Champagne is wine. It's just from the part of France called champagne. It's sparkling wine. That's why anywhere outside of Champagne is called sparkling wine.
Oh. Well, you know what? I like prosecco. Let's get through this trailer because I'm scared. Like, what are the bunny balloons? I don't know what's going on. Here we go.
Dre, babe, take a breath.
What's happening?
DJ's MIA and
Toilet still clogged. What are you, like 35 and still promoting parties?
Dre, get ready for the wildest party we've ever thrown.
Oh, we're not ready. We're never ready.
No one's ready for this.
It looks like Bushwick's beautiful people are out tonight. Hi, beautiful people!
Grown man with man parts coming through.
By the way, this is Queens of the Dead. This is from George Romero's daughter. So it is essentially officially part of the franchise.
Oh, wow.
What do you say, you and me? We kill it. There's nothing to be afraid of.
You all right?
Drag is not life or death.
That's supposed to be scary.
Oh my god, this is scary in a sense. Oh
I'm
my
terrified.
Oh, fuck.
god, you know, great parody movie. Oh my god, furries!
It's one of
This
the
is
things.
my
It's
worst
not meant to be
nightmare.
a parody.
This sounds terrifying.
This is meant to be well, I say straight, but only in that sense. It's meant to be a serious movie.
is under siege.
What the hell?
Shelter in place?
Oh my god.
That thing?
I love this.
You know what this means.
It's worse.
A zombie.
Nom. What?
I love this. Bite me, baby.
My wife is coming.
She's probably dead.
Oh my god!
Softball, third base.
We gotta armor up.
You might want to look away. Why?
I love this. This is amazing.
Outside tonight.
It's life or death.
It's both. It's always both.
I know, such injustice, right?
Well,
Survive.
I'm hoping the
Damn.
zombies win. I'm gonna say it now. It's like,
we're rooting for the zombies in this
yeah,
one.
it's like I'm gonna be cheering for everyone. It's like, yeah, come on, get 'em.
Get them all.
You know what? As long as it stays in the parody kind of lane, kind of like how the Anaconda trailer is, I think. I mean, it won't do like amazing, but I think it could do well enough.
No one's seeing that. I'll represent half the views. You'll represent the other half.
Yeah,
That is.
you're welcome.
Oh no. Okay. Let me get a quick palate cleanse for you, chat. Sorry about that.
Oh, by the
Thank
way,
Peru.
I'm gonna have to
Kidding.
check. But the last time I checked that, it had a 92% review score.
Oh, it's already out.
No, but it is. It's an independent film, so it goes to like film festivals and stuff.
Oh,
and critics see
gotcha.
it.
Okay.
So 12 reviews, 92% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
They
Wow.
love it.
I
Wow.
love it. Here you go, chat. That's such a good dress. That's such
You
a
know
pretty
what?
dress.
I am so jealous of how great she looks. I want my hair to look like that. I want the ensemble, like her stylist, like triple
Knows what they're
A to
doing.
you for
Yes.
how gorgeous she looks. I mean, she also looks gorgeous in general, but you know.
Yeah,
The best
it
part
helps.
was when I retweeted this video, people were like, I saw this on mobile and it was amazing. And on mobile, it crops out the top and the bottom because it's a vertical image, and it was just tit. That's all you saw. If you were scrolling down your feed, it
love
was
it.
just there.
Yeah.
It was like the
If you-
perfect framing.
If you do the one where she's walking out to like present the award and do
Oh,
it
yeah,
on
you
0.25,
see the jiggle.
the jiggle is real.
This is the whole point. They're always like, those Korean games, they're not realistic. Actually, you're just not big
Actually.
enough.
I don't think I have that one.
Have that one
of
what?
her- of her walking out, like to present the award.
Oh, let me see if I can find
you
it.
have
I
it.
probably
Chat would
find it.
Chat would probably
Chat will
love
be
it.
very appreciative.
I think Gary tweeted it out at one point, but I don't know how long ago that would have been.
No, I definitely sent it in one of my group chats. It's just I send a lot of messages back and forth, and that's the problem.
Things get lost. Yeah.
She's like, you'd be surprised about Sydney Sweeney videos I message.
tits, and more tits. You know what? I can't find it. So Sydney Sweeney
Oh, it's
Emmys.
okay.
I'll
Oh,
find
yeah.
it for y'all.
I'm surprised this fruit
That'll
have it.
definitely got
He's
retweeted.
He's like a soundboard, so you need something.
Oh,
to be like, I
I'm
got it.
sure I have it bookmarked somewhere.
Oh, here. I got it.
He's got it.
Oh, wait. Did you get screen
No,
share?
I typed in Sydney in my bookmarks. It was the first
Oh,
result.
there you go. Wow.
Okay, so this is, regular speed. You see me, changing it.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, chat.
You're welcome, chat.
Gravity for the win.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous dress.
It just complements her really well. And like the thing is, I know reds, there's different shades of reds that you can wear. And it just looks so good on her.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit kind of dress.
Yeah, Jessica
Mhm.
Rabbit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, she
And
knows
this
her
was the thing-
audience.
There was that what is it? The woman plays Wednesday. When she went to one of the awards, she wore a dress like that, but it was gold, and that looked great on her. And then she decided to destroy herself for the next 4 months.
Yeah.
Have you seen the
no
latest
eyebrow
one?
thing? No.
Well, in the latest one, she's like doing nude dressing, but she's covered
looks
herself in
like
like the
chains?
ugliest jewels of all time.
Yeah, like
It's
chains.
the most gaudy
I
possible
did see
dress.
that. Mm-hmm.
Like, who on earth is your style? Of course, there's a lot of women going, "This is amazing," because they wanted to keep destroying herself.
All I'm titillized right now, guys.
And it was the kid that won, that was part of adolescence, got greeted with those. And because he's young, that was probably head height.
Yeah,
He'll never recover.
Yeah, he could have done a little.
He should have started crying. She would
I
have been
need
like, oh, there.
I need some comfort, Sydney.
Yeah, she's like, oh, come here. I know it's a big moment for you winning the award.
Oh.
Yup.
Let me see what else I have here. Well, you guys are getting mesmerized by the Boombas.
I wonder if that's a real diamond necklace too. I wouldn't be surprised.
Probably.
Yeah, because what they do, they like
They
loan
borrow
them out
them,
for these kind
yeah.
of things. So
Yeah.
it will be real. The question is, you kind of have to ask which needs to be insured for more.
The boobs or the
Necklace
necklace?
or what's under it.
I'm sure she's insured her own boobs.
Oh, yeah. One of the interesting things about AI and stuff, though, is because of all the images it's been trained on women with fake tits. And so now those are the ones that it thinks is real. And so essentially, if the Terminators do take us over, Sydney's the last ones you're ever going to see of those quality.
Hey, if
Just going
all
to be AI fake ones.
if all Terminators are Sydney, I mean, civilization will fall down.
Yeah.
That's how you'll
To
know
our
the
titty
Terminator,
overlords.
though. You're like, look, do a catwalk walk. We'll compare the jiggle. That's what they said in the Terminators. There's new advanced ones. You can't tell the difference between humans. It's like, we can. We've been trained for centuries.
Well, what's weird is like implant technology has at least improved so much on humans where I've like felt implants at my job as a mammographer, and unless they told me, I would not
I
have
like
been
how
able
you
to tell.
classified that. I've been feeling, at my job, I was a professional. That's what I say as I go in for the grope. I'm like, stand back. Don't worry, I'm a professional.
As I'm touching the tit, it's not sexy, just so you know, okay?
It's for work.
It is for work, and it's not comfortable, okay?
I'm sure.
Don't worry, I've warmed up my hands.
So, all right. Peacemaker. We haven't talked about that in a few weeks. I don't think, maybe like a tiny
He
bit.
went through a door.
Riveting.
Yeah.
That's what he did this week. He went through a door. Stay tuned for next week. Will he go through another one?
My favorite thing is, I think it was last week or the one before, when they first introduced the Eagle Hunter.
Yeah.
You had Peacemaker sit in a chair and lie. He just made up a load of stuff, and the Eagle Hunter is like, oh, so he was doing this. And he kept lying. He's like, oh, you've done this. He kept lying. He's like, oh, so he's the Prime Eagle. And he just went, yeah? Because he's just been BSing them. And now it turns out that no, Eagly is the Prime Eagle. The story was exactly accurate, and the fact that he completely made it up and it was just coincidentally true.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like, no, that sounds like James Gunn's writing, to be honest.
James Gunn's writing sucks. Just like it doesn't feel I don't know. Maybe because the first season was kind of wacky and kind of cute and adorable in a wacky way, but now it's gone too far.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't mind the first season, so I was like, okay, maybe the second season won't be too bad. But now I'm just like, what? Like it's just too much. Like the jokes, like the way they have to say certain things. Like,
why are we hearing about a vigilante wanting to talk about the same thing over? Oh, ask me about mantis facts,
mantas, right?
Manta
or
facts, or whatever it was, and it's like, okay, really?
My theory is that everyone thinks that it's really funny that this guy is really stupid in a movie and James Gunn's so intelligent for making him really stupid. I think he doesn't know. I think this is just the limit of James Gunn's intelligence, and everyone's thought he was a shtick all this time, when actually he's like, no, this is the most intense dialogue I've ever written. This guy is as smart as Sherlock Holmes.
Some of the dialogue though, like the scene where Peacemaker uses like the like I guess short agent to like block getting hit with the trank, and what it was Tim Meadows' character said like something about that tiny gorgeous man or something. I'm like, what? Like what agent would say that when they're getting ready to take someone down? Like why would you handle the tiny gorgeous man like that? That's not the exact line he said, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
Dumb
To
begin with.
Everyone is.
That line stuck out to me. Like I was like, was I supposed to laugh at that? I just thought it was kind of because there are a couple lines that make me laugh a little bit. Like it was so stupid. The bird blindness thing was dumb, but when he was like, I got attacked by a freaking duck, like that's kind of funny.
No, but they did an entire sketch of it outside that James Gunn tweeted out because they thought it was like an amazing joke.
Like, no, you can let it be funny for that one moment in the. It was funny for the one moment in the show, but like you're overdoing it now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was.
Jimmy Kimmel is funnier than James Gunn.
Whoa!
I'm pitching my flag in the sand.
He's like, I said what I said.
Yeah. James Gunn might be the most unfunny person to have ever lived. Like, I can't tell. At least I can tell where Jimmy Kimmel's jokes are meant to be. I don't know in the show where the joke is meant to exist. It's not just that I don't find it funny. I can't point to them. He is.
Yeah, he said what he said. He stands by what he said.
Yes. I think James Gunn is the measurement of the most unfunny person in the universe.
God bless you.
I think it's weirder if you mute. Because you get to see all the reaction of a sneeze. You know what's going on, but it's silent. And it's like, wow, you managed to sneeze silently. That's impressive.
Her light falls, everything
Well,
falls over.
she's like, actually, I didn't mute at all. I can control myself perfectly.
Oh my goodness. Jason Webster, thank you for the 5. I must be a vampire. My mother says I look like Count Orlok.
I don't know.
Vampire?
You looking up who that is?
I have no idea who it is.
Sorry, the joke went over our head.
And the monsters?
Wow, we're dumb.
So I was right. It was a vampire. Okay.
I know it was a
Fictional
vampire,
character
but I didn't know
first appeared in
who.
Nosferatu. He was also in the monsters.
Dan, Vicious for 2. Look up.
I don't think it's unfair to not know a character from a 1922 movie, to be honest.
Well, is that his name or no?
Count Orlok. Yeah.
That's the name of no. Oh, he's just a character in the movie.
He's in the movie Nosferatu.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, okay, we're not dumb then. He's like, speak for yourself. He's like, we're not, we just don't know. I don't have anything. Was that a BMX racer?
Malurts?
What would he tell you to look? See, now I got a different one. I got Jepson's Malort is an American brand of Bass liquor.
Chicago icon.
Oh, I got that too.
Brandvin flavored with anise or wormwood.
I scrolled down and that was the next one. Okay. I'm like
liqueur, rather, not liquor.
It's also someone who's in BMX, I guess.
A wormwood-based digestive.
Huh. Jason Webster, thank you for the Australian 5. Imagine if Sydney Sweeney was cast as Catwoman in a Batman film. It would be the highest grossing Batman film of all time. It would do very well.
But it has to be a sexy suit because, you know what? She's been in a superhero movie and she looked dumpy.
Yeah, but it's not just that. People go, well, look at recent movies. All her recent movies have been weird chick flicks that nobody cares about. And like Sydney Sweeney's not a pull. It's like, no, because you have to put her in men's stuff wearing basically nothing. Like, how have you forgotten how to make a movie? It's like, no, let's stick her on an island and just have it all about social relationships. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Michael the Dober Dad, thank you for the Canadian too. Says smash that like button. Yes, please. And thank you, Michael. All right. So yeah, we have really nothing else to say about Peacemaker. He went through a door. And Eagly is the prime eagle. And that's pretty much all that happened. I think you guys said that Ryan said this maybe on F&T. I really thought that what's her name? Dee? I keep forgetting her name.
Ads,
sorry.
Which, by the way, is her married name, and the fact that she's broken up with her wife or whatever, she's not gone back to Waller.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't want to go back to Waller because her mom is like one of the most evil people.
I'm surprised he didn't take her name.
What?
That's the kind of person James. this kind of thing James Gunn would be. It's like, no, in this country we actually take the woman's
Well, they were
name,
gay.
actually.
So I get what you're saying though. But anyways, I thought that she was gonna go. I mean, she could still do it, but you guys said that Ryan mentioned that she's gonna end up getting brought to that other world because there's like no, it's all white people over there. So
No, I think that's next episode because she's
they're
now
working
got
out
the
how to open it.
transport.
Yeah.
She's got the transport to the other, and he's gone through, so they all follow him. Because otherwise, yeah, if Peacemaker brought it, you would get the instant reveal of Peacemaker realizing what's happening. Whereas now Peacemaker can live there, he can have his wonderful life, and they'll contrast that with her going, "Oh my god, it's full of bigots," and you'll see her get like dragged away to a camp or something. Well, he's like, "This is the best world in the universe."
And then he's got to save her and go back to the other. Yeah. So what was your take on Rick Flag Sr. like kicking the crap out of him? I mean, I guess
I did like the bit where he's beating the crap out of him, and then the woman walks in the room, and he's just like, "Yes."
Yeah, because that scene made me so mad. Like I initially, not that I like Peacemaker now, but I guess you can sympathize a little bit with him in certain spot. Like they're trying to get you to feel that way, anyways, right? But after the Suicide Squad, like I hated him because I liked Rick Flag. He was one of the best characters out of the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Peacemaker was horrible in that movie.
Oh,
That's why
absolutely.
that's why I never watched Peacemaker season 1. I'm like, why would I want a whole series about this horrible person?
Yeah. So it's like you can't really blame his dad for beating the crap out of him. But what I find weird is that she got drunk and hooked up with him, right? But like she has a soft spot for him still, and she was dating Rick Flag, and he killed him. So it's kind of weird to me that she, you know what I mean? Like
I think she's been dating a lot of people on the show. I didn't like the fact that they made her and Rick Flag Jr. a thing. Like that was like, I thought he was so in love with that girlfriend of his, the researcher.
Oh my gosh, what was her name?
That like weird, like kind of demonic old creature from the.
Her name was Jane in real life, though, right?
I think
something like that. Yeah,
Enchantress.
Thank you. Yes, I'm like, I was about to say Huntress. I'm like, no, that's also from DC, but like different character. But yeah, he was so in love with her. Yeah, that's right. So they're just, you're right. She's like dating too much. But I mean, they made it seem like she was like in love with Rick. So I just found it weird that she would. I mean, she got drunk and hooked up with Peacemaker or whatever. She's that type of person, but protecting him and everything is just kind of, I don't know.
I don't like that character. I don't like her character very much because I feel like she's being added to the show
because she's his wife.
Yeah, exactly. Because she has a connection, and I mean that is Hollywood, but then it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, she's not a great character. Like the show would be fine without her. I mean, the show's great to begin with, but I'm just saying is that she doesn't really add to it.
No, and I wish that James Gunn could take a step back because this is his like personal project at this rate, as with the DCU, and it shows because he's not putting the IP first. He wants to just do what he wants to do because he thinks that's his version of the best.
Mike.
But I think if the comics did well, which I don't know about Peacemaker per se, but
yeah, I don't know either.
Is it worth it to change all these things? I don't know. I also don't like the vibe. It worked for Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not working for this. They need some morality on the show that is more than just ads. And I think ads is a good balance, but then she's the only kind of semi-smartish one. I say semi because she still has stupid moments. There's no one who I actually think is smart in this show.
No, I came back and you said the smart one, and I couldn't think of a character that I thought was smart. So I didn't know who you were talking about.
Like, she's the smart-ish one, not that she is
smart. But I still don't know who you mean because they're all the same retarded. They're
ads.
The black girl.
Oh, the fat one. You could just say the fat one. But that's genuinely how I remember who she is. I remember everyone by nickname.
I would say the only smart character is Eagly, but he's not a human.
He's also a god.
That's only because he can't talk, so you're just assuming that he's smart. It's like if he actually spoke, it's probably like, yeah, just beat this guy up.
Yeah. Well, yes, like I mean, the characters have moments like things they can do that are smart, I guess, but it's just I don't know. It's the writing.
Name
right?
one.
No, I just mean like
name
they're
one moment where someone has done something smart.
What's his name? I keep forgetting because I don't pay that close of attention. Like I pay attention, but I forget their names. His friend that works at Argus.
Did a nice thing with the whole like putting his name in the system.
Yeah, I mean, like he can do smart things, but he doesn't always make smart decisions, right? That's what I
thought that was stupid. Like this guy is like, oh yeah, I am willing to kill this guy in custody in front of all of my staff and the entire building. We've got to drag the corpse out through the front door.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to do it if his name's been written in a computer form.
Yeah, like they're not going to know. Yeah.
It's like, well, everybody else knows you've killed him anyway. It doesn't matter whether it's on a computer. No, I didn't think that was smart. It was, I think this, if I had to say a smart moment, it would be when Cyborg, it was Az that pointed out that that's Cyborg. I heard the conversation, but I didn't put two and two together of she's meant to be the one from the Flash movie. The actual Cyborg bloke.
So she was in the Flash movie?
No, but Cyborg, the DC character, the bloke, the black Booyah. Well, in this, the woman where she's like, I've got a 0.002% miss chance. She's Cyborg. Because they're like, what's her deal? They go, she's a cyborg. Like, what do you mean cyborg? It's like, well, she was in a crash and August replaced 97% of her body or whatever it was. It's like, well, that's strange because I can't tell. It's like she looks like a normal human.
I didn't know I thought that at first, I thought like when she did that, I'm like, huh? I'm like, oh, like I guess Argus has
changed
tech.
A bit. That's
like, I guess Argus has like tech. She has some kind of like contact in or so. You know what I mean? That's what I thought.
Well, Cyborg though, he's like half Terminator or bald, or whatever. You can see the implants. Well, she just looks like a normal wench.
And that's surprising that they decided to show this so far into the show. Like, why couldn't it have been from the beginning? She had nothing cool about her in the first place, to be fair.
No.
This could have made her a bit more interesting, besides the fact that she was hot.
Yeah, it was almost like they just added her in so that they had an excuse for someone who wasn't going to miss. And also, the Peacemaker wouldn't know. It had to be a new person, so Peacemaker didn't know who it was, so that he would think that James Gunn's wife was betraying him when actually she was saving his life. That's the only reason that character existed, was to cause somebody to still be in love with James Gunn's wife.
He just gives James Gunn's wife.
I remember, I tell you, I remember everyone by description and nickname. That's James Gunn's wife. I don't know who she is. The character name, I'll never know. It's James Gunn's wife.
Yep. So the Batman.
I called one of them Eagle Dude. That's his name.
Is that the Eagle?
That's the Eagle Hunter, yeah. Then you've got the fat one. You've got the boss, who's the one who's beating up Peacemaker. Peacemaker's the only one I have a name for. Because that's what the show's called.
He has his own little nicknames for them. It's cute.
So the guy with the facts, he's serial killer.
Yeah.
Serial killer.
He took his pants. He's like, why'd you do that?
I do this for everything. This is just how I don't remember names. I remember description.
Well, since we're on the topic of DC, I thought I'd pull this little list up here. The Batman 2 details. Filming starts around April 2026, so they haven't even started filming it.
So you're probably looking at like late 2027?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's what they're saying that's weird about it, right? Like the Superman 2 is coming out before Batman 2.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. But didn't we? I think maybe it wasn't on Saucy. I thought.
I mean, well, it might have been. That was.
It might have been, but I'm pretty sure I've slept since then, so I don't know.
It's like a hard reset for me. Yeah. My round's been cleared at that point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Superman 2 comes out like before it, maybe like right before it, but I could have sworn I saw something about that. Bruce Wayne is finding it very hard to be Batman. Okay.
Oh, poor guy.
Takes Batman in a direction never done before in this way.
Well, shouldn't it be no? No, hang on. Wasn't he saying that they had a real problem writing this movie because basically everything had been done in Batman? So Common Sense be will just copy something from the comics. And it's like, no, we have to come up with... Because there's lots of things Batman hasn't done. Like, he hasn't been Barbie. He hasn't dressed up in pink and danced around with a unicorn.
So everything hasn't been done.
Like, I was surprised when I found out that Marvel Comics did things like Alien vs. Batman and stuff like that.
That
I was
is
like, wait,
so
what?
strange to me, but very fun. I think that would be so fun.
It's like Doctor Who has done crossovers with various different things. Star Trek have.
He announced that we weren't going to have a lot of Batman on screen in this film. Ugh.
What's the point of a Batman film if he's not there?
There's not going to be a lot of Batman on screen in Batman 2.
Maybe they're gonna have Penguin take over because he did so well, but no, because it says on the bottom there that Sophia Falcone won't be here, so it's not gonna be a whole like.
You know what Chris Gore has the saying that turning Marvel into a women's brand will be the most damaging thing, the most costly thing that Disney have ever done. This is going to be DC making James Gunn in charge of their universe is the most expensive thing they have ever done, or the most damaging thing they've ever done. He has got to burn this to the ground.
I don't understand why they decided that this was a good idea, though. Like, give him something like, okay, they gave him the Suicide Squad 2, right? He did that one, and it was fine, but it wasn't like spectacular. If that would have popped off and been just like an amazing movie that did so well in the box office, everyone loved it, I could see them like that being a reason why they want to make him the CEO, but it didn't. It was just like, I remember the reviews being kind of mid. I didn't hate it. I liked it more than the first one, but it wasn't like groundbreaking to me, right? Like even really talked about it that much afterwards.
I would have done a Batman teaming up with Penguin, or a Batman has to work with Penguin. I would have made it their movie and then immediately lead into Penguin season 2.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Whereas in this is
I want another Penguin season 2, please.
Scenes.
Oh, I know. I think they announced it, right? There is going to be a season 2 of Penguin.
They announced they were thinking about it, yeah.
Okay.
Well, the awards show they should.
After it's won all the Emmys, yeah, that's probably given it the force it needs to.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's another murder mystery digging deeper into the corruption. Okay. Penguin appears in 5 to 6 scenes.
Yeah.
Michael, well, sorry, go ahead.
This is the whole thing of you have to play to your strengths, and instead it seems like it's playing to what James Gunn wants. It's like, yeah, but you've got to play what the audience wants. So if something's successful, you build it into your next thing, and you use your successful things to launch your new things. It's like, yeah, but I don't care about those. Yeah, but you don't. James Gunn needs to realize that James Gunn is irrelevant and doesn't matter. And I think it's just impossible for him. But it is.
Yeah.
You have to be able to put your ego aside, your personal taste aside, and realize what the audience wants. It's not your job to make your vision when you're an entertainer. It's your job to give the audience what they want, and you just find your way to work within the desires of the audience.
Yeah, I was just going to bring this up that James Gunn isn't really working on this one. He's
James Gunn is the head of the DC studios. He's everything to do with everything they make. He makes
but I don't think he's like got his like writing is going to be in on this one very much. But I don't know. It could be wrong.
But he was the one that got to veto the script. Like, he's the one that decides that, like, if he went, no, we're not doing that, we need a story about this, they do it. It's like, James Gunn is everything to do with DC now.
Yeah, they don't have a plan for this Batman project. He's not going to be the Bat for the Gunn universe. Yeah, he's already said
well,
that,
no,
right?
but whether he's part of
another one.
Whether he's part of the DCU is irrelevant. Like, he's part of DC Studios, which is James Gunn's purview.
Yeah.
If James Gunn said that this Batman has to be in a pink tutu, he's in a pink tutu.
Yeah. Sophia Falcone will not appear.
And with James Gunn, that is not a certainty.
I would not be surprised if that happened at all whatsoever, knowing him.
I wouldn't
like, this is what I mean. You should never have made James Gunn CEO of DC Studios. Just have him as a creative if you really want him to be in charge of something.
Yeah. And Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson believe it will top the first film.
They have to, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, they have to believe it, or, you know, at least
well, they don't have to believe it. They just have to say it.
Yeah. They just say it.
They're paid to lie.
It'll do better. It'll do better than Supergirl, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like the route that they went with making Millie just like this drunk party girl. It's kind of weird. And that's saying maybe they're not going to do that for the whole thing, but like having that be her.
Well, the story summary was out, and it's weird. But it was something like she's traveling along. Okay, I type in Supergirl, and 2015 Supergirl series comes up. That's the kind of thing you're dealing with when you're doing this.
When you do like a billion of the same things.
Yeah, like even searching for things becomes a problem. But it was something along the line. Now I've got the comics. Again, when if you start naming things, stuff that's already existed, it makes it almost impossible to find anything from it.
Mike did his homework.
But it was something. Oh yeah, well, Mike's a massive Batman fan.
I know.
I'm not surprised he learned all he could about this and probably got more distraught the more he found out.
Probably.
But it was something along the lines of she's going away for a party with Crypto, and then something happens, and she goes on a massive like vengeance story. Like, I'm not sure that's the story people expect from Superman. And you can go like, well, this is Supergirl, she's a separate character. It's like, but it doesn't matter what you know. It doesn't matter what the comics say. It matters what the audience expects. And if they're going to go to watch Supergirl and she starts ripping intestines out of people's faces, as amazing as that would be,
I would expect
I think
like
people expect a
Peacemaker
different
to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who, well, it's in the comics, it's in this. It's like, you have to understand where the audience is coming from, and they don't know what it is, so they're going to liken it to Superman. They expect Supergirl to be a female version of Superman. And if it isn't, you should probably have built a character up and like set the expectations earlier.
And we're just seeing drunk party girl, which I mean, can for some people that can be like endearing, I guess, but like I don't think it.
Not for Supergirl. I feel like people aren't going to be into that for her.
No,
like,
which I agree.
It's not endearing to the audience of comic books.
In general.
It might be endearing to like 18-year-old college student women, but they don't watch superhero movies.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of kids, like, went and seen this Superman movie, so like kids aren't going to find like, oh my god, and said drunk, like entertaining. It's more I think, like, not that he's like family route, but I mean, you should. I think it would be very smart to make your Superman movies and the adjacent movies family friendly. That'd be very smart.
Rather than having all the people you had in the Superman movie because you thought they were really important in Peacemaker and they've turned out to be irrelevant to Peacemaker, you should have had it be more, have like Supergirl in it more instead of them, so that you would set up her movie and we would know who the character was and what to expect from that movie. I think a lot of far more people will know the CW Supergirl and expect that character who is basically
like
female
a very
Superman.
Strong, stoic.
Yeah, she was female Superman.
Moral, yeah.
Yeah, I never watched that. I've seen like a couple of the crossover episodes. I thought about going back and watching it now because I know quite a few people said that was actually pretty good. The Supergirl show.
The first series is the longer it goes on, like
every CW show, it's like it's so good in the beginning, but then
but this got like
then
like you can track how progressive this show got by the hairstyle of Supergirl's sister. Like she gets progressively more progressive. She ends up looking like someone from Portland. And one of her lines in one of the final series is, no touching with... there's a monster. He goes to punch her, and she dodges it and goes, no touching without consent. Like, that's her comeback against the monster. You had Brainiac, who is just like a soy boy at this point, who has a relationship with a trans character called Dreamer. And he's just like, I didn't notice anything different. It's like... And at one point, they go, he's so intelligent he can control gravity.
That's
and
not
he's like,
anything to do with intelligence, though.
No, but they didn't know that. It was, well, once you understand gravity, it's easy to manipulate. It's like, if you just understand the equation.
What's wrong
like,
with some people?
He walks up a wall and stands there. It's actually really, really simple to do when you understand the physics.
Wow.
Wow.
They also have a character who can entirely, like, he converts his car into a spaceship, and then at one point he converts the tower into a huge spaceship for all of them. And I'm like, you didn't use this technology to re-engineer medicine, to go inside people's bodies and destroy cancer or anything. You just used it to redecorate your house.
Teach their own discrew.
Yeah. Jason Webster, thank you for the 2. No fun with Gun Under the Sun or with DC. Agreed. Wolfie, the quarter Jew, gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Thank you for membership.
Jew.
I was not on either side of the Snyder versus James Gunn debate.
Yeah, me
until I
neither.
started watching James Gunn stuff, and now I'm like anti-gun. Like,
Like,
you
just
managed
no.
to put me off.
No thanks. Ian, thank you for the 50 pounds. Ripping intestines out of people's faces. Disparu, biology correspondent.
Look, all I'm saying is James Gunn talks a lot of shit.
Hey, some people rearrange guts through their, other holes. Disparu does it through the mouth.
Just to piss him off, I'm going to reference Coupling. There's a point in that where he's like, "What is the point of cushions?" They're like, "It's protection."
Cheers.
It's like, experts have designed sofas to protect you from all the dangerous things. They're just useful for protecting you from Daleks. So he goes up to his wife. It's like, and they're like, "What? Why do you need this? Like padding?" It's like, "No, I move the cushion as I sit down. It's not even part of the sitting process. What is it for?" And she goes, "If you pressed it firmly against your bottom, it might stop you from talking."
I was just gonna say it. Ian, like we got Coupling, but no Jimmy Carr yet. Yeah, I
saw Jimmy Carr live recently. He's still got it.
Still got it. There we go. There you go, chat. You gotta take another one. He said it. Another shot. Drink.
He actually has a really interesting thing because he has like a TikTok and all that kind of stuff. But he does just live clips of his live shows. So it's just random jokes and stuff, or the heckles. And you can see him like interact with American audiences, which is entirely different than UK audiences and stuff. So it's a really interesting way of doing it. And I was at one of the performances in his thing.
Really? Oh.
Because I remembered the joke.
Shane Eunice, thank you for another 10. Closing at the pub, gratuity for the shoulders. Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Shane.
We'll get Disparu to wear a wife beater next time.
I don't even drink what? Oh no, what is it? I will have to look up beers. It's been a long time since I was a university student.
Oh, that's how I feel. Okay.
No, there is a specific beer over here that is known as wife beater, and I can't remember what it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Okay. Well, while you do that, what else should I bring up here?
I mean, we could talk about immigration if you want, or if there's anything fun. Did we talk about both things?
We didn't talk about Alien. If you guys want to talk about that, or no, Alien Earth, or do you want to just save it until next week for the finale?
I mean, it kind of is one of those
Stella Artois over here is known as wife beater.
Oh, I like Stella.
Okay.
Stella's great.
It tastes like someone described it to me as gnat's piss, and I can't think of it in any other way.
Oh yeah, but I forgot about that. I don't know if you guys just want to wait and wrap up the Alien Earth talk next week, because that's the finale's next week, right? The last episode.
The interesting thing about Alien is at the end of not this week but the previous week, I was like, these people are so stupid. I could probably make a video out of it. I had no intention of making a video about Alien. After this week, I had to because everyone is so stupid. I'm like, I have to talk about this and point out what is happening.
I feel like Wendy, they're kind of giving her like a Daenerys moment, right?
Where she just switched out of nowhere. Great. Daenerys
I think they wanted to bang an alien.
Yeah. No, she's not like, Daenerys is definitely greater, but it's just like, Wendy was just kind of like this kid, right? Like childlike, and then all of a sudden she's just like unleashes the alien and gets all these people killed. And
we should have seen the way she killed that alien. Okay, then maybe I could give her a couple accolades, but the fact that it was like garage closed, open, alien dead, it's like,
yeah.
But I
wish we would have saw that.
I need to see what these powers are as a robot, conscious, transferred, like humanoid. And the closest we got to a moment was Nibs like aggressing on the therapist at best. That looks like
I think they're trying to get Wendy to bang an alien.
That is gross. There's gonna be corns about this.
There probably already is.
It gets what like there's another picture like
it's
soon
worse.
after that. And I'm like, look. Oh, that opened it rather than dragging it into my browser window.
Oopsies.
This is like this entire scene, and this isn't the only ones. Anytime she's around the aliens, there's just like this look of, I mean,
she's in love with
get
them.
yourself a wife that looks at you the same way she looks at a xenomorph.
Yeah. So I kind of want to bring up Dirk Gently, the something detective, like the craziest like detective ever.
This crew wasn't ready for that.
Yeah. No. But like Dirk Gently, I think what the writers did probably was like, this is the end, this is the beginning, and somehow we have to get to the end. Whereas, you know, the writing was with this was, we need to somehow get to this end. What is the easiest path to get there? And we don't care how people look. And we don't care about characterization. Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's just get there. It doesn't matter how, let's just do it. Yeah, I agree.
The last 3 weeks has had people eating food next to parasitical organisms that aren't even sealed away properly. Because they forgot to put the lid on a canister.
I know. The only competent person in this show, and it's not even a person, is the AI. What's his name? Timothy.
No, because this week. Oh,
in
hang
real
on,
life,
which
the one that's like kind of like his right hand, right? That sees everything going on and let things play off. Like he's the only one. I'm kind of interested in him and what his.
Well, no, because like every time
interesting.
they roll it over. So there was 1 week where, do you remember? He's watching what's happening inside the lab where they're setting up the aliens and stuff. The boss turns to him and goes, "Anything going on?" He's like, "No, everything's fine."
That's what I mean. Like, what is his end game here? Are they going to add something to it? Like, is he going to go against Prodigy?
That only worked until this week, where at the start of this week, the first thing he does is bring his boss into the lab and tell him everything that he saw and everything he saw on the camera, and told him to watch the cameras himself. So the entire holdover from the cliffhanger from the previous week was immediately rendered pointless at the start of this week. And then he goes and helps those kids out, and he has no idea that that alien won't make it to the other side, because if he does make it to the other side, those people are just escaping. He's never going to see them again. And he came out as if, no, it was all part of my master plan to have you come back to the base so I can capture you. He had absolutely no idea anything that was going to happen, unless he'd read the script in advance and knew they had to come back to that place.
Well, didn't he hear what, like, their conversation, or no? Like, he knew he was talking to him.
He can see through the robot's eye. Now, they've forgotten this, but he can actually hack into the robots and see through their eyes. So he would be able to track them around the island. Okay. But he didn't know that guy would have his chest burst come out. Well, if that chest burster hadn't happened, they would have just met up with those people and left.
Yeah.
And he never would have had a chance to capture them.
Yeah, so it's not, it doesn't line up properly. He had this whole master plan, you're right.
Yeah, it was a stupid plan. It wasn't a master plan. It just happened to work.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, it didn't work out that way. And 16-bit mascot. So basically, if correct me if I'm wrong here, this is
it's like a few years before the first movie.
Like, so like it never happened or it didn't happen yet, right?
The what I imagine is everyone dies. This whole company that Boy Genius has obviously has to die. There's no mention of it whatsoever in any movies thereafter.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what they're going to do. I think that Wendy is going to side with the alien. The brother's going to have to kill them both because he's like, well, you're both evil. Essentially, you're not my sister. But the problem is they've been sending information off the island to the other companies that aren't supposed to know about the xenomorphs. And the moment that information goes off island, well, now it could go anywhere. And so even if that woman dies, that information should be with the company. People should know about it. And so the cat is already out of the bag, no matter what they do. Even if they kill every single person that's appeared in this entire story. This is one of the problems with prequels. Like, either you have it off in an entirely separated place, or it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well, let's see how the finale is next week. We might have a bit more to talk about with it. But yeah, they made everyone is just so incompetent. The scientists and everything, it doesn't make sense. But I don't know. I do like the set designs, and there was parts of it, like when it first started, I kind of liked the idea of it, like him Neverland and stuff. And now, Boy Cavalier is kind of pretty evil, right? Because he's trying to put the alien. Now that part was a little interesting. The alien he's talking with the alien that's inside the sheep. But it's messed up. Like, who is he gonna put it in? Right? Like, he's like, I already have some ideas. Like, they're gonna put a human in, like, probably locked up in some, room with that alien so that he can have a conversation with it. It's pretty messed up, but I mean, we've already established that he's not a good guy. So,
well, I think he is a good guy. I don't think he's a villain.
Boy Cavalier?
Yeah, because at the start of this, they did pitch his entire motivation of, I've made this brand new species of robot, put kids' brains in them because they're hyper intelligent, which we've seen is not true. But they're supposed to be hyper intelligent, and so I can finally have a conversation with someone more intelligent than me. And everyone goes, that's a really stupid motivation, that you're just evil all the way. But having seen the low IQ levels of retardation that I've had to put up with this series, I am fully sympathetic to that guy, and I feel the same. I just want one person in the show to be intelligent enough to have a general conversation about anything at this point. I think he is the hero. He's finally trying to get their planet off 50 IQ as an average base. And I think that's a moral proposition for everybody involved.
I mean, if he can get people to actually be smarter, then maybe we have a chance for survival, but not from what I've seen on this show.
No.
Yeah. No.
Remember, he is the smartest person on the planet, and those robots are the smartest people in the universe.
Okay, you know what? An eyeball alien thwarted one of the smartest children ever.
Well,
let that sink in.
It just knew what pi was, which also this whole thing of, well, you know, you're sufficiently advanced enough if you know what pi is. They've ripped that from Stargate SG-1. That is literally one of the episodes for it's an Asgard test in Stargate SG-1. So they didn't even do that originally. No. Oh, well, humanity can talk to the aliens when you know what pi is.
Well, next week, chat, will be the end of our alien discussions because it's the finale.
Thank goodness. It's one of the most, like, I've had more discussions on Rings of Power, on trying to think of other shows. Agatha, She-Hulk, Loki even, and this show just feels like it's just kind of like it's very pretty, visually stimulating, but I don't connect very well with these characters, and I don't know if it's because of me.
No,
but I think it's the writing.
It's the writing. There are parts that are a bit slow, and it's harder for us to have like a deep conversation about it. Even like the other shows, like Agatha, we're making fun of it, of the cringe of it, and we have more to talk about at least with that. But with this, it's just like it's so slow, and it's like you can make one point about a certain, scene, and that's about it. Like we can't really dive too much deeper into it.
I think this show, like, I was so bored in the first few episodes, the first 3. I think it's got more interesting as it went along because it's got worse, and now it is so bad that I'm actually not bored when I'm watching it.
But it's your bread and butter.
I don't know what's going to happen next. They could be walking through a forest and just a random raft appears out of nowhere that's never been mentioned before. Despite the fact that these people can pick up the body and carry it above them because they're super strong with super intelligence. No, we're going to stop and just make a raft out of bamboo without even mentioning why. And everyone's just going to accept that there's this random raft coming along with us. And I find that kind of stuff interesting. There is also, I think it was at the start of the episode, there was I liked the bit where he was talking to the brother, and he was like, well, you think you're going to take this girl away? He's like, yeah. He's like, what do you want to do with her? We just go off. We watch Netflix, Emmerdale, few soap operas. We just live. It's like, this is the most important person in the universe. She can rearrange our entire technological knowledge of everything. She can invent fast and life travel and change the course of human history. And you wanted to watch Emmerdale? And he's like, yeah, that smells like it's pretty retarded, doesn't it? It's like that was a good scene.
So I will say I don't hate this show. When I first got into it, it was like a bit slow. I do like the alien universe and everything, though. This isn't better than the first or second movie at all, though. So I hope that the finale is good. So we'll see. Like we said, the possibilities are endless. We don't know what's happening at this point. I would love for it to have
anything could happen. They could invent unicorns and ride them into space, and that could be how they get out of everything. I'll be like, yeah, that fits with this show.
It's great. Wonderful ending. Bravo. So we'll see. We'll let you guys know next week. All right. So real quick, I just wanted to cover this and get your guys' thoughts on this one. Netflix is rumored to be considering a bid to buy Warner Brothers. Do you think that's a good move?
Before you change the topic, there's a deadline thing.
Hold on.
It just like breaking news rather than anything else. But I do find it interesting because Sinclair were the ones, they came out with contingencies. What's it called? Where you have like they had a list of demands for what they wanted if Kimmel was going to come back. One of them was, we need an apology. You have to donate to TPUSA and his wife. And now they've moved the special to YouTube instead of taking over Kimmel's slot.
They did? Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Well, this is from 40 minutes ago, which
Okay,
to me
so it's
implies
new.
that Jimmy Kimmel might be coming back sooner than we think. And there might not actually be a space for them.
Wow. Okay.
Like, he may be coming back straight away. And so it's like, yeah, actually, we...
But would the advertisers like that, though? Like, I feel like the advertisers are kind of the key to this, so it'd be interesting.
There's been lots of articles about how Disney are desperate to have him back. And they're in negotiations, they're trying to sort everything. I don't know. I think it's just because him and the late night host are basically just the transfusion layer of morality to everyone else. They tell everyone what they need to believe. And so you're like breaking down your entire industry to all of your people if they go away. You need to tell them how they're supposed to respond to things, otherwise they don't know.
Wow. Well, that was fast. I would say bad move, but I mean, like,
Well, Sinclair have been the hardest on them. They're the ones that came out and were the most kind of condemnation and everything.
It will get more views on YouTube. That's a good point.
Well, and if they're making like even under 200K views on an episode, like they probably could do better on YouTube than on cable.
Agreed. I'd rather have an Adam Carolla show as well. He was actually funny out of the two.
I don't think a lot of those late night hosts are funny. If Kimmel does a podcast, I actually do think he could do better, but then I don't know if he can riff.
It'll get pushed on YouTube.
It would get pushed.
Well, especially within the way YouTube is kind of acting these days, a lot of more this is what I've heard from people, television shows that are on YouTube are getting pushed more than other content.
If you mean the most recent, because there was a time where on a day everyone lost like half their views, 30% of their views and stuff. That's now evolved to where somebody noticed it was desktop views. Then people noticed actually ad revenue hasn't really gone down, like views going down 30%. And so the most common theory now is that there was an ad blocker updated on the same day everyone lost everything, and it's actually blocking the tracking that YouTube uses to track views. So all the views are still there. That's why a lot of the ad revenue hasn't changed. But one thing it might be messing with is things like YouTube Red and stuff, because it doesn't know what you're watching on YouTube Red, which is why some people's revenue may be changing.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I was on vacation last week, so I didn't notice.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I can't speak on that because YouTube always changes it, and I don't know what's going on. So I just I do what everyone tells me is going on, and I'm like, okay, I listen to you because you know.
I think it's a mixture of. I think that's responsible for a lot of it, and I also think the algo changed because my front page has been horrific. I can't find things that I want to watch because my front page recommendations are just awful.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Besides, like, you know, a few of the people that I'm actually subscribed to showing up like on my front page, it's a bunch of random stuff. I'm like, okay.
I don't
even watch anything like this.
I've been mass spamming. I'm not interested in this to try and fix my own algorithm because I keep getting like challenge videos and you'll never guess what I did in 30 days. And it's like really trying to shove them into my face.
So looking at my kind of YouTube front page, it is probably a good like mix of who I am. I got, you know,
but are there videos from like 3 years ago, 2 years ago? Because that's what I keep getting.
Let me refresh.
Like really, a really random. So you got shorts. One day, one's a live stream. Yeah, like things like that. Like weird playlists and stuff have started appearing, which I never used to have before. No, like the one above. No, there is a playlist. Look, if you scroll up on the right, that's just a mass playlist of random channels, and they never used to appear on the front page. Yeah, so another live stream 3 years ago.
That's fine because I like Y-Files. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
But what I mean is, normally you wouldn't have recommended a 3-year-old video.
That's your point. Yeah,
because I know Drinker said his videos from years ago have been taking off. This is why. Like, there's a Saucy Saturdays playlist.
That is real. Not that I'm saying it's a bad thing, but like it is pretty random to have a Saucy Saturdays playlist.
You have a lot of live streams recommended, which is different than me.
Well, I only watch live streams realistically.
A lot of podcasts. Oh, that's probably why then.
Yeah.
Mine's not too bad. actually.
Months ago. Because
Here's one from
before-
3 years ago. Okay, so there's a couple like popping off from years. 10 years ago. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I love the cheer. Oh, dang. Okay.
3 weeks
Korean
ago,
cheerleaders.
9 months ago. Now it used to be. Oh look, there's me.
Oh, look, there's me.
There's Ulu.
It was the Alien Earth one where everyone was so retarded I had to make a video.
Stomach looks like that. Holy crap.
That is one of the ones where I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure they're trying to make this romantasy. She's gonna bang an alien.
Anyways.
But it used to heavily be recent things, and after a few days, your video wouldn't get any views at all. And now there's a lot of stuff from the past coming up. There's a lot of stuff that you would see as if you were signed out of.
Yeah.
I went to Vietnam and like buried myself under the garden for 30 days.
The random
any of this stuff.
Yeah, I didn't really notice that. Like, there's been a few like recommendations of stuff that I don't really watch, but for the most part, it's live streams about my friends, and then a couple of just like random like cooking videos and stuff.
I watch a lot of YouTube, like a lot. It's on all the time, and so if the algo changes, I notice it immediately.
Yeah.
Like randomly have people that I'm like, oh, I used to watch you 4 years ago, and I haven't seen you ever since. Why have you now appeared?
Where'd you come from? All right. So, okay, back to this topic just real quick. Netflix is rumored to be considered a bid to buy Warner. Not getting it out. I turned in that like freaking Porky Pig. What do you think about it?
I mean, Netflix is just a mega company that would totally buy any and every type of company. Why they would want to buy WB is beyond me.
Well, Warner Brothers have recently, or were planning to, and I suppose any merger they will have already undergone it. They spun off most of their debt into a separate company, and so you can buy like the good bit. Essentially, they've got a good company and a debt company, and so they can sell off the good bit. So it's not the same company it was a year ago.
No, and Mike, that's not true. He clips you all the time, so
That's
he definitely
true.
watches.
Even Mike knows I watch his
He's a
streams.
lurker. Like he lurks hard.
He lurks.
No, in Mike's streams I talk because I take the piss out of him. I haven't been able to watch his stuff recently because he'll randomly stream at 3 a.m. I'm like, oh, that's a bit late for me.
Yeah, you know what's weird? Mike, I got your notification for last night's stream at 3 p.m.
As I was going to bed, I saw he started streaming.
Dang.
Yeah. Wow.
Although, Mike, if you want to play, what's it called? Is it like Jump Space? I know it's on your wish list. It's a good game. You should get it.
Now he's stalking your wish list. Mike, he pays attention to you, okay?
He wants to make your wishes come true.
I know it. No, I know a few people. It's on Az's wish list because he probably marked it as like a Sunday Funday game because it's like a 4-player co-op. But yeah, like a space. You have to jump through things and fight aliens and stuff.
Oh, sounds fun. Mike's gonna grab it.
Awesome.
There you go.
What, grab what?
Well,
we need
you
clarification.
can grab the game later.
Calm down, Mike. You can do that later.
All I'm saying, there's a business opportunity. We should probably visit a sauna.
A business. You don't need to go to a sauna. You just go to a Tesco bathroom.
Yeah, it's network. Apparently, the Wall Street Journal says the best place to network.
No, it's only $20.
Yeah, it's an indie game. It just hit early access on Friday. At the moment, I'm still in the early stages. I'm like, I wish this was more difficult. And then I went into a fight. I'm like, I'm almost dead. So I think I'm hitting that stage.
I'm almost dead. Yeah, so back to this real quick. I'm not surprised by it. Like I said, Netflix is like kind of like Disney at this point, right? Just gonna buy whatever they can get their hands on, especially when it comes like obviously streaming stuff related. But I don't know. I guess it wouldn't be a bad move. They would own all the rights to Warner Brothers stuff, which is a pretty big catalog. So
the thing with Netflix is they generally buy other people's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure what the benefit would be for them rather than just going make something.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. They put it in the bid, so it doesn't mean they're actually going to get it.
Well, there was someone else was it was Skydance. It was whoever Skydance has just merged was also wanted to merge with Warner Brothers, but then there was talk that you may be too big of a company and the government may not allow you to do it. So Netflix is just kind of on their own, so they might be able to get away with it.
Yeah. I guess we'll see. I don't know. I haven't seen any other news.
We've seen what happens this stream when Wicked isn't here. We just end up talking for 5. Like, we cover everything, but it takes us 4 or 5 hours.
I don't know. I just saw a video about Nina Dobrev talk about an equal pay gap or whatever.
Oh, gosh. A new one?
Yeah, no,
a new video or is it old one?
No, it's from 3 days ago.
Well, yeah, but she was talking about it a week or 2 ago, and she was on about how when she came back, they wanted her in more of the final series, but she wasn't going to get the same pay as the 2 blokes, and so she only did like the final episode or wherever it was.
With that awful wig they put her in.
Well, it's because they're the main characters, and you
left.
You
left, right? Like, why are you getting more pay for a special at that point?
What I don't understand is how is she not making more money than them because she was paying 2 characters and at 1.3.
No, that's her argument. But okay, so if this was a man's franchise, she would be earning more because people were like, she's hot, you should put her in something skimpy, and then you can attract the male audience. But that's not what that show was. That show was for women, and they watched for the blokes. So the blokes got paid more money than she did.
Scenes.
Watch for Damon.
This is the thing.
Damon and Klaus for X-Ray.
Yes.
Exactly. So you have to understand who the audience is there for, and it's not for her.
Not for Nina.
In any other industry, she would have been the pull if it was for a male franchise. Oh, it was. So.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think if she had stayed on the project,
she was incredibly hot, but it was a girls' franchise.
No, it was a girls' franchise. If she had stayed on the project, she would maybe have an argument on that, but because she wasn't there and then she came back for whatever specials.
She kept talking about persistent arguments, so it was implied that she was always, like, even before, because she says I was doing 2 characters, because she said I was doing 2 characters and stuff, so even before she left, it was kind of implied that she had arguments over pay and things. Yeah, she was incredibly hot, but this was back in a time where every person on TV was incredibly hot.
So, yeah, I miss those days. Oh my God. See that? Like, everyone, I was like, what high school is this hot? I don't know because I've never been to one like that.
One's on
No one dresses like that in high school. Everyone comes like that.
If you're on TV, you should be hot. The exceptions to this are things like comedy characters, because as Jimmy Carr did say, if you're a comedian,
you know what?
If you're a comedian, it helps to have a funny face. You should look weird.
Actually, the last hot series that I can remember was Riverdale. They were all hot. Oh my God, that football team.
CW though.
Yeah, but that was a spin-off of Pretty Little Liars.
No,
it was off of the Archie comics.
The Archie comics.
So like,
oh no, I think I've had this conversation. I'm pretty sure I've had this conversation recently with people.
Yeah, we did. I think we had it either last week or the week before.
It's Sabrina.
Sabrina, yeah, the dark Sabrina, not the the 90s. Yeah, they're in the same universe, but they're Archie comics. That's why. Real quick before we get off topic, like
even in Sabrina though, everyone wasn't attractive and stuff. I think you have to go back a bit more before that. It probably was like the originals and stuff.
I love the originals.
I love the originals.
Oh, the originals.
Everyone was very good looking. Everyone was good looking on the originals.
So good looking. The entire family. You're just like, how is that possible? I hate you all, but like also that makes sense.
I'm kind of surprised that you find Klaus attractive. I always thought he had a bit of a weird face. He has a bit of a caveman face.
I don't mind that if it comes with that husky masculine trait behind it.
You probably don't know who Trainwreck is, but I'm interested in your opinion.
Let's just say I'm a very personality person as well. That I think if you have,
he's not ugly.
This happens.
Do you want a complimentary photo of Trainwrecks or no?
Sure. And
Ian.
Think of that girl we just saw, Megan Farina, who did
I will use his wiki
thoughts
page.
and prayers. She could be hot, but what came out of her mouth made her not hot.
Trainwrecks TV, hot or not?
Average.
Okay, I'll show you a less, because the thing is, someone commented it and I can't. So this is from his stream.
Am I gonna be like? Are you trying to?
No. Oh my God.
You
how
must
many?
think he's hot.
How many? No. How
Hot
many?
or not?
No. There is a point, and it's the same thing I think about Klaus. I'll bring up Klaus afterwards.
No, because Klaus is average. I will agree with that.
So this.
That is a very scary screenshot.
Okay. So then we bring up like Klaus Michelson. He's one of the few people that I actually remember his character's name.
Uh-huh.
And I think that him and Trainwrecks are extremely similar because if you share the picture, I think they both have like this kind of caveman kind of I think it's like a caveman kind of aesthetic.
This is also a very good picture of Klaus Michelson. It's not like a
I think this is actually from I think it's from original season 1 when he meets her in the
bar. Yeah.
I love how Wicked knew the same scene. I'm like, it's like, no, I remember the exact scene this is from. It's actually from the pilot episode. This isn't even from the series itself. This is from the snuck-in pilot that they had in the actual series.
Yeah. Oh my God, that pilot was good though. Realistically, I was like, I need to know more.
Yeah, but this is because the originals were the best thing about that series, and so when you remove the originals and move them somewhere else,
I did like
the quality
originals.
goes with them.
Yeah, I did like the originals more than Vampire Diaries. Like, I like the originals in the entirety.
The original family was just so complicated. You had like someone who was morally good but did bad things to protect his family. You had a crazy sister, and then you had Klaus, who was pent up on being a crazy leader.
So you've just hit on one of my theories for what a good story is, that good stories are in the exceptions. So you have leftist morality, which is social consensus, where it's just what everyone else thinks is good, and what everyone else disagrees with is evil. But the interesting parts are in the more evolved things, where you find the exceptions to the social consensus. So social consensus would be violence is bad, but a good story is, except when it isn't. And it's like, oh, actually, what are the cases which justify it? Who is so bad that violence is actually the solution to the problem?
Well, and that's why Dexter was so good, because you go like, violence is bad, but Dexter kills bad people.
Penguin, Breaking Bad. All these things are like villains, but you like them. And it is like the more evolved form of morality is finding. So I like Section 31. It's like, well, this breaks all the rules of Star Trek. It's like, yes, that's why they're interesting. Because you actually find out that Section 31 are the reason why like the rest of the Federation can exist without the people willing to make the sacrifice of themselves for the good of everyone else. Picard couldn't have his high and mighty ideals.
Which is, I think, like, as long as the morality deals with family, love, friendship, those are like the things that I think a lot of people can relate to. At least me. I never watched Section 31.
I think that's
me
from
either.
Well, no, Section 31 was horrible, but the Deep Space Nine or the actual series version of Section 31 is very different.
Yeah.
So, their version is, I believe in the same ideals you do. I just know when I need to break them.
In order to continue those ideals.
Yes, in order to protect them. And that's what I think. It's about where the exceptions are. And it's like with this, I think they have very caveman faces. I don't think by most people's definition, it would be the first thing people would think of when they're attractive. But he was a villain that also wanted the best for people. And so he was simultaneously evil. He was dark. He was dangerous. He was scary. But you kind of thought that if you got on his good side, he would do anything to protect you. And I think it's that. I think it's that which attracts women to him. And you see that in like the women's books and everything.
Oh my gosh.
It's always the genocidal villain, but he's bonded to me, and so he'll guard me.
It's
dangerous, but not for me.
Yeah, the way he treats Haley, which obviously baby mama and mother of the child, and like you're like, oh my God, but is there a love between them? Like, can there be? Oh, that Haley's also like this like alpha leader possibly, and then there's this love triangle between her and Jackson. You're like, okay, this is getting freaking interesting now.
Yeah,
how are we gonna mitigate this?
They made the triangle interesting, right? Like, it wasn't like a will they, won't they, and they still, like you said, they made like her and Klaus's bond still very like yes, they had a baby together, but it was like family. without the attraction
but
being there.
They also had him. So in the original, they're just like super powerful gods essentially, but then they moved to this series and suddenly everyone can take them on. And do you remember that dagger where it's like you will be put through the most pain in your life for the rest of eternity?
Oh yeah,
And
that goes in you. Yeah.
He goes through years with that in his chest and comes out the other side. So you even get like sacrificial heroism, despite the fact that he's also done horrific things.
I need to watch the show again.
Yeah, it depends who he's doing it for. And I think the attraction is, this guy is capable of doing the darkest things to humanity.
For his love.
Yeah, if I get on his good side, he'll do them all for me. I think that's the attraction.
You know what? And the thing is, I think a lot of people do want that in their lives. They want someone to sacrifice for them. And like, there's this, like, I'm going to bring up Charlie Kirk, because there was a clip I saw of Charlie Kirk where he was like, men, have you actually done everything you can for your family? Have you gone through all the work that you can and sacrificed all that you can and to make your family better instead of like gaming, or you could have done this, or example, I don't know. And I thought like, okay, so we're just extrapolating a type of sacrifice of that, because not everyone's going to put a dagger in them that's going to hurt them for thousands of years.
Yeah.
No, but you're only talking about one side of it there. There is the sacrifice thing, and that does attract, like, you could do that with the simps would be the ones that would also sacrifice for you. With him, though, it was more, I think it's the monster. I think women like the idea of the monster that they tame only for them.
Oh, I changed him.
It's not even that you changed him, because you didn't change him for anyone else. It's just he won't do it to you. And there is, I think even Jordan Peterson, and Jordan Peterson is like now one of the most wet people that you can find. But even he spoke about that the men are essentially the monster that you learn to control. Like, being nice isn't a virtue, but being a monster that you can control and channel only to the people that deserve it for justice is. And that is what a lot of the story is about. That is the exception. That is, who do I persecute? Who deserves it? That's what these stories do. So like I said, I found out that Swordfish nobody liked. I'm like, it's amazing, because it's all about that. Everyone agrees.
The one with
Swordfish,
John Travolta and Haley.
Everyone agrees. Even the cop agrees that John Travolta is the good guy, and he
I gotta rewatch that. I know I've seen it, but it's been so long that I could absolutely rewatch it. And
its reviews are awful. I loved the movie. Not only is it an entertaining movie, but if you look at it from the perspective of morality and he's actually the good guy. Everyone agrees he's the good guy, and the entire movie is just about telling you and explaining to you why he's the good guy. It changes the entire movie. Like, at the end of the movie, the cop goes, he was a nobody, he was just a scumbag. It's like, yes, that's what he was telling you the entire pissing movie, that nobody cares about scumbags, so why would you care what he was doing? Oh.
Love that movie,
I love that movie. I tweeted out the other day, it's like, if you don't like this movie, you just, it's because I think people don't like this movie because they can't comprehend the morality of it. And someone went, this is an incomprehensible plot. I'm like, see, you exactly proved my point.
You proved my point. Thank you.
It's not difficult to understand at all.
All right, let me catch you supers. Shane, thank you for another 2 shoulder fund. We appreciate the shoulder fund. Jesus Sevilla and Jack the Tech both gifted memberships. Thank you guys so much. And Ian shed some light on our conversation with WB. Thank you for the 50 pounds. Paramount are interested in Warner Brothers. This would affect Netflix's licensing rights. I think Netflix are posting because it is such a pointless buy for them overall. Okay. So, I mean, that makes sense then.
Paramount, the people that just merged with Skydance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one where people were like, well, you've just gone through a merger. Do you think the government will let you go through another one with Warner Brothers? Might be pushing it a bit.
And Netflix is putting their hat in because they're like, I don't want to lose these rights to these popular. So, I mean, because there's a big catalog for Warner Brothers. So I don't see why they, like, it's not that they need it, but I guess it makes sense. Like, hey, I want to keep these. So that makes sense.
I mean, taking their catalog onto their platform could be advantageous. For binge shows, I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. Movies, all of it. Shane, thank you for another 10. Respect to Saucy Ladies and a lesbian great stream. Thank you, Shane.
I love how all of this came from one offhand Chrissy Mayer comment. That was it.
Are you sharing something? Sorry, did you have this up?
No, that was the old thing. I think that just.
Oh, sorry.
I never stopped sharing it. You closed it. So.
No.
That was just me checking if Paramount and Skydance had actually done a merger.
Thank you for the poop super sticker. I had to look to see what it was. Thanks. All right. Well, it is that time. So what do you guys have going on? We'll start with you first, X-Ray. You got your Sunday fun day and all that tomorrow?
Typical stuff. In the morning, I'll probably crochet something. And then in the afternoon, Sunday fun day, we are playing Dying Light the Beast. So that'll be really
from what
fun.
I played so far.
I have to somehow play the intro at some point. I meant to do it this afternoon, but I took a nap.
Oh, yeah, because you can't co-op until you get past it.
Yeah, and
it's not that long. It's like 30 minutes.
Oh, that's doable. Maybe I'll do it in the morning after yoga. And then in the evening, Forbidden Frontier on Nerdrotic Live and on Rumble on Nerdrotic. So if you want to catch that over there, at some point, maybe I'll game during the week. Finish Expedition 33. Maybe play Reloaded the demo. We'll see.
I was gonna play that until when I played it for this, and it was just awful, and he never even bothered to turn it into a video.
Oh my god!
And so I was like, yeah, okay, I'll leave it.
Well, what do you have coming up? What videos?
I put out a video today called Disney Staff Are Revolting, and it comes from an old game title. It was The Peasants Are Revolting, and I can't even remember where that came from, but it's always stuck with me, and so that became a Disney title. About it started as a Jimmy Kimmel video, and it ended up with me just taking the piss out of the protesters. So there was that. Then I want to talk about Aztec Batman, where Batman protects basically some of the most evil people ever to exist. They make pillars of child skulls, and Batman is like, that sounds based. So that seems interesting. Then I'm gonna be playing Jump Space, Dying Light. I always intend to stream it, but I don't know whether I will. And then we have this week, what I'm most interested in, Alice in Borderland Season 3 on Thursday. All on binge.
Oh, yeah, I gotta binge finish the Season 2 so I can catch up with you guys.
And then The Savant on Friday.
Oh god.
Peacemaker and Alien can
and there's
piss off to another universe. The interesting stuff has
Zombies.
arrived.
The good stuff is here.
What day does that release?
I think that's a Wednesday.
Right.
And the entire season is dropping.
No, oh god.
He's like,
so
darn
this week is a heavy week, by the way.
Heavy week.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be the entire. I thought maybe there was an episode.
So
or something.
all 4 episodes release on the date, September 24th. That's a lot because it was supposed to be weekly.
They only do things that they want to bury. That was like Echo was the first one, and now this.
Yep.
They didn't even do that to Ironheart, so they cannot have much confidence in this. The What If series that was weekly.
That was weekly. That was.
Yeah, and they had 2 series. Neither of them were binge.
Tends to do pretty well from what I've heard.
Yeah, I watched it. It was probably better than most of the series, to be honest. I did like the zombie one. But the reason I liked it was because what's his face? Doctor Strange came from a parallel dimension and started eating demons and stuff to get more powerful, so he was interesting. And then you had demonic superheroes, not demonic. You had zombie superheroes fighting, which is what this is. So I think it's a cool idea for a series. I don't know whether they can do it. With Thunderbolts.
I hope it'll be good.
We'll see. So I'm gonna send you guys over to Kara. She's live playing Dying Light right now. So go say hi and give her some love.
She's doing the thing I should be doing.
Yeah.
She looks like she's having fun. I just pulled her up.
The intro is interesting. It's not a bad intro.
Maybe what I'll do is I'll play before Sunday Fun Day for half an hour, but we'll see.
There you go, just to get it started. Yeah. But all right, we'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend, everyone, and thanks for hanging out.
Bye.
Yeah.